how much it is you can see. Okay. Make sure my pants is up. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Johnson, how are you, love? Let me just get this thing going. I just took a bath. I feel nice and clean. That's the good thing about it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So how are you doing, Johnson? How are you? Oh, both two Johnsons up here. So I got my Instagram up. It's funny because if I turn it around, y'all ain't be able to see nothing. So let me just adjust this and let me send my link down to Instagram. Not Instagram. It's Instagram. How are you? Let me get my glasses on. The one thing I don't like about the camera though, the camera just so the camera shows too much of my apartment that I need y'all to see. Okay, let me give you my Instagram page in case y'all want to come on here. Like y'all don't want to talk. So if y'all don't want to talk, you can go on my Instagram and y'all can talk on the live. Not talk, but type. It wouldn't be a video if it wasn't blowing my nose. How are you? Let me blow me. Excuse me. Okay. How did I get this light? Okay, here we go. Put my glasses on. What do you think about the trans community canceling Aretha Franklin? Oh, the song Natural Woman. The thing about that is the Natural Woman song. I did the whole story in that. That was supposed to be like a hoax. It wasn't even a real thing. It was made up. So it wasn't the trans community did not cancel it. It was somebody who basically it with a fake profile on Twitter put out this whole thing. And the thing about it was they thought that it wouldn't catch wings, but it did. It was supposed to be a joke, but nobody did the research. Nobody looked into the person who did it. Because I kept saying, I want to find exactly who did it. It's like a poke the bear thing. Hi Renee, how he treats me jolly. And that's the thing. It was supposed to be a joke. But of course people don't do research and stuff and they ran with it and let me see. So here is I guess you can't see. So that's what happened. Oh, I thought it was real. No, it was fake. The whole thing was fake. So I put my oh no I didn't. Oh, did I? Oh, that's my Instagram page. In case y'all want to come on Instagram and talk to me, you just click on that link and go to my live and I bring you up. So anybody on Instagram. So if anybody want to come on and stuff. Yeah, it was a fake account. It was a fake account. And what happened was somebody just did it to poke the bear. Anyway, I got my wine. I have my wine in my I got I gotta buy one of them lights like everybody else buy that light to make you look beautiful. Cause this light right here is my little whatever light. But so what we doing today? I got my Jesus juice, which is wine and Colt 45 and a shot of Hey 3000 and a shot of Pepsi orange juice. So it's a lot going on in this world today. And I was watching this video of this guy talking about some, I find it really funny, but not funny, if you know what I mean. That every time something happens, okay, let's ask you that. I want your feedback. Why is it that so many men are hating women? I don't get it. Like, everything is a woman's fault now. Like, where did this come from? So this man says the reason why them guys beat up that guy is because a woman is in office. I'm like, are you serious? Let me see. Are you really positive as you talk? I guess you just have to find out. I'm a real person. I'm not perfect. But, whichever raven you want, it depends on you. I'm just like a slot. If you want a good raven, you be good. If you want another raven, you get that one. We all in here. I'm a Gemini. Just add your comment and we'll show up. Anyway, I have no problem with anybody. I just believe in being fair. I also believe in live and let live. And, but like I said, whoever you are, if you're a nice person, you'll meet the nice person, Raven. But if you're the kind of person that want to start trouble, then that's who you meet. Your choice, your decision. Like they say, my body, my choice. Your mouth, your choice. Whichever one you want. Like they did on Harlem Light. Whatever you like. Maybe stop. Don't have me acting silly. So whichever one you want, we all here. Hey, hey Davo, how are you? It's funny when you got reading glasses on, and I still refuse to wear my glasses that cost $300. I go to the store and buy them cheap ones because I fall asleep. I fall asleep with these glasses on, and I can't afford to buy glasses. And okay, for anybody want to cash app me money, there's my cash app at the top. I don't want y'all to send it to YouTube and all this other stuff. Send it through to my cash app because YouTube ain't gonna give it to me. I don't know why we still just can't come together. Hey MG, hey gang, what's up? Hey Giselle. I'm hanging in there. The hurricanes about Demian. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You had a hurricane. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay? Because there's a lot going on in this world. A whole lot. And it's sad. Well, I just posted a video about the chickens because, people saying that the chickens, we have a shortage on chickens, which we kind of know. And I think, where's Deshaun? I wish Deshaun was here. So the thing is that the shortage on chickens, they said, if you go on my Instagram, I posted it. The lady said that the food that they're giving the farmers is making the chickens not lay eggs, but the chickens are not giving out eggs. So other farmers got together and they were talking like, why are you making any eggs? It was like, no. So the food that the FDA allegedly is sending out is making the chicken sterile so y'all can't get eggs. Now, the sad part about it is, why? Why is it that we keep doing things to destroy it? Like, I don't get it. Why do you, if you love America so much, why are you so busy trying to destroy your own people in it? Make it make sense. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm okay. Just broke as hell. You know it. Me too, Davo. That's why I'm home. But I'm always home. Let me go on my Instagram and see if anybody wanna come on. Jolly, in order for go live, hey John, what's up, boo? If y'all wanna go live, I'm not doing private. I'm doing a live. Oh God. So if you want to come on my live, I'm here. There is a little button where you could just add the live and come on if you want to talk. You know, Jolly, John, who else is up? Ellie, Jolly, Renee. He treats me right. I like your name. He treats me right. So, it's up to you. I already put the link on YouTube. So if y'all want to come on here, I'm here. Going to the thing. I miss you too, John. John, you want to come on here with me or no? It's up to y'all. But I just don't want to be focused here and y'all here, and then all of a sudden, it is what it. So that's the thing about chickens. Thank you, Davo. Thank you. That's the thing about the chickens. Now the thing is, this new thing about the young guy who got beat up. I want y'all to feel how y'all feel about the guy, the 29-year-old guy. Allegedly, he was riding reckless, and the cops caught with him. These they call scorpion cops. I don't know some name, but I heard they dismembered it because of what happened. So it's kind of like a secret code type of cops. I think, in my personal opinion, they must have been driving around in plain clothes. I mean, a plain clothes, not a plain clothes, an unmarked car. That, in other words, it wasn't allegedly like a regular police car. So here it is, a car that shows up the same way they did with the guy in New York City who got killed before his wedding day. He was celebrating his wedding day, and a whole bunch of plain clothes cops showed up, ended up killing him. Kind of find they were all cops, but they didn't know they were cops. They thought they were people that was trying to rob them. So, and that's the same thing happened with Breonna Taylor. But this whole thing of going behind the scenes, taking clothes off, and coming as a civilian is dangerous to the people you're supposed to be protecting. Um, this happened in Memphis, Tennessee. It's all over the internet. He killed the basically they took him out and they took him in the back. Now the camera you're gonna see, somebody from their apartment was shooting their camera at the guy being beat up. Now we're talking about five guys. Five guys jumped on him and beat him up. And he got beaten so bad. His mother says they only wore like 150 pounds. He was like about 6'4". So we got five cops, all black, and they beat him up. And it looked like they beat him and stood him back up from beating so they could beat him again. Now, it becomes discouraging on so many levels because we want to throw out the Black Lives Matter thing. But if Black lives don't matter to Black people, then what are we doing? Hey, Lamont, what's up, love? Hi, Devo. Like I said, anybody want to come on? Diavon, look, your Lord, y'all with these names. Diavalon. Yeah. Hey, Mecca. Hey, Miss Blonde. It just happened. It happened January the 7th, but it's coming out now. So allegedly happened January the 7th, but they did the police body cam and they showing how bad they beat him. 29 years old, and of course I think they had a picture of him, I guess memorial. I'm not sure, but they were showing him as a young person. Yes, I'm in Memphis. This is overkill because he had white cops did this, they did it down. And that's the thing about it. And then when people speak up about it, You got people who don't have a problem with the cops. They'll say, well, they were just doing their job. Just like this one girl, which I got irritated with. She was like, well, I don't want to see people sending it down my timeline about him being beat. And I was like, I find it amazing that you could say that. Because if that was you being beat or that was your child being beat, you want the message to get out there. Do you realize how many people that's been beat up and murdered that we don't even talk about? Do you realize that family is sitting back and saying, well, why are y'all giving this person or them? Y'all skipped over my kid. My kid got murdered, but they didn't get this feedback. So when somebody sits there and shoot us, here comes somebody of color saying, well, we don't want to see that. So if you don't want to see it, guess what? Don't click on it. But the funny thing is, if it happened to you or somebody in your family, I don't understand why y'all so quiet. But in the same breath, when it happens to somebody else, I just find it really hypocritical how this world works. When it's your family, we all need to scream and holler and cry. I mean, yeah, but when it's somebody else, well, I don't want to see that. If you put it on my channel, I'm going to block you. And I was like trying to find her. I was like, I want to block you myself. Because the thing about it is, like Martin Luther King used to say, if you sit back in silence, you're part of the problem. Because if people could put themselves in the front line to save you, but then when your turn comes, you want everybody to scream, holla for you. No. Anna. Hey, Anna, what's up, man? And that's the thing about it. It's crazy because, it is what it is. And yes, maybe that got a deal with them. It's sad, though. It's sad how people move, though. Everybody wants you to be upset when it happens to somebody in their family. But when somebody's like, okay, I want to talk about it. I'm drinking some wine mixed with some Colt 45 with a splash of Pepsi. That means I'm on the clock. We should never show a blonde eye to it. Exactly, Rex. Exactly. Because think about this. Do y'all realize how many people that's been killed that we ain't even talking about them? There's so many people that's been murdered. We don't even talk, because you know what? We don't know. And you never know what's going to go viral. You never know. And just like he was dying, getting beat up on, he started calling for his mother. And that's even worse. To hear, do you realize how haunting that is when a mother can hear her child cry for her? Do you know how traumatizing that is for a mother to watch her baby being beat and he's calling for her? And let's be clear. There are a lot of fathers out here, because a man and woman makes a baby. I understand we want to say a woman makes a baby. A woman don't make a baby without a man. We want to understand y'all want to say the woman do it. No, she has nothing there that can make a baby until a man put the semen inside of her. The same thing, he can't make a baby without ever putting inside. And I hate the fact that we keep doing this. Only one person can do it. Both do it. Two people make a baby. That's why you're both united and created one. But we want to say only one person can do it. And that's another separation, which I wish they would finally fix and say we created a baby. And stop saying the woman makes the baby. Without that medicine, she can't do nothing. Without her box, he can't do nothing. So it's united. So if you create a baby together, why is it that baby, in not all cases, is growing up without the father? Do you realize how many fathers are not even looking for their sons or daughters? A lot of fathers done left. And I always want to do a man ever think to go back and reach for his seeds? I understand maybe you and her didn't get along, y'all fell out because you went and got another girl pregnant or you got a whole nother family, and it works both ways. But why is it that the child has to suffer for y'all actions? Y'all supposed to be the adults. And as an adult, Why are y'all taking down the kid? Now we have children growing up all messed up mentally, on drug programs, commit suicide, don't want to be here, abandonment, beating on people, making everybody pay for it. You got a boy sleeping with everybody, beating up his mother, beating up women. You got women out here sleeping with everybody. She don't care. She having sex with her best friends. And the thing about it is, a lot of times it come from broken homes. Just like this thing called Kersan and Blueface, those two right there is doing a whole business on being toxic. And everybody wants to see the car crash. We're not celebrating the fact of two people being together. We're celebrating the toxicity of it, of two people, and seeing who's going to kill each other first. Now they want to have a baby. Hey, Deshaun. Now they want to bring a baby into this mess. No, they both is toxic because I see Blueface and I see that girl, Krishan, whatever her name is. She's very crazy. I don't like the fact that y'all keep blaming him. I need to see what he's doing. I see all this stuff she's doing. She's doing a lot of stuff. I watch her kick down stuff. I watch her knock down stuff. You can find any excuse for bad behavior until it sits on your doorstep. Because when she comes to your house, she busts up your TV. She kick your windows in. I don't see him doing that. Show me footage of him kicking down doors and all the stuff like that. I watch her do this in order to think she's doing this because he's putting a battery in her back because it's all about a money game. Now, as we do this thing, we're showing this. Remember, young people are watching this. Now, some girl may get beat up by her boyfriend. Some boy may be, and we're doing this. We're celebrating. We're throwing it out there because it's funny until the death comes. Now, once somebody gets murdered, we're sitting back going, rest in peace. When are we going to try to put a stop to it, the rest in peace, and put a stop to it and celebrating toxic behavior? There have been so many females that's been murdered by their boyfriends because she blocked him. She blocked him and got to get away from him. Now she has to go to work, and then he just showed up and killed her. There's so many women that's been killed in 2023 by their boyfriends because she wanted to get away. If a woman goes out to get a restraining order against a man, a lot of times she's not protected. Instead of her going to get a restraining order, she needs to go to the firearms and get something to help her. And even then, she get protection and save herself. She still have to prove why she did what she did. There was a woman in Florida whose husband wanted to kill her. She took the gun and she fired it in the air to keep him away from her. She ended up doing 20 years in jail. She didn't kill him. She didn't murder him. She didn't shoot the gun at him. She shot up in the air. They put her in jail and they protected the man. Like James Brown said, it's a man world because they let a lot of men get away with murder. Literally. You could kill somebody and you could be out less than 10 years. You get somebody, a drug charge is longer, but you don't, to me, the balance is off. They have to do better. How are you going to stop a problem when you keep closing your eyes to it? If everybody keeps crying for help, maybe you should listen without your opinion, in my opinion. And even if a child, you love them, not disown them. And that's another thing. They disown children. And the thing about it is, I think a lot of times when parents have children, they think the child is them. No, that's a whole new person. You create a whole new life. You don't know where this baby came from. I believe in reincarnation, which you already know. God lent you this child. That child is lent you. That's not yours. God lent you that child and going to watch how you move. Hey, Nova. Now, when you help bring forth a child, which is a spirit, because we're spirits inside of a body, that child has a story to tell. That child has a destiny to go. That child has followers to bring in a positive light. Now, you said, but that child is a part of me. This child is supposed to do what I do. That's not how it goes. Until you pose a rhythm in the right way as far as doing the right thing and try to find out who your child is. But the right thing may not be your way of living. As a woman deals with another man. She feels as though morally this is the way it goes. I'm a woman. I want to be with a man. My children need to follow this pattern. Now we try to say that everybody goes a certain way, which is not true. Let's talk about the fact of children that are born with limbs missing. Let's talk about the fact that children born with legs missing. Let's talk about the fact that children born blind. Let's talk about the fact that children born with one leg. Let's talk about the fact that children are born disformed. Let's talk about, so was that God's way because it was born that way? Things happen within the chemistry of somebody's body. You just never really know. But reality is that just because the baby didn't come out the way you wanted to come, you're supposed to love this baby unconditionally and show them love. And as a person being in this earth longer, you're supposed to give them love and protection. And the sad part about it is there are mothers out here and fathers that are giving their children this love, but then their children go around toxic children that are very, because children can be very cruel. And the thing about it is, you can have. I saw this lady. She had a baby, a daughter, and her daughter kept saying how mean children were to. She protected her daughter. She talked to her daughter, and her daughter, for some reason, when it comes to children, they let other children get in their head. They can have a supportive parent. The parents love them, give them everything they want, but other children can get in their head. And the sad part about that, as adults, we still do the same thing. When I say this, it's not a blanket statement. It's not everybody, because everybody don't go the same way. But sometimes children let other children influence them into committing suicide. And I've talked about this and I've seen this even on TikTok. Mothers that were supporting their children have now transitioned because they couldn't take it. And sometimes these children even bullied by grown adults. I feel like what's the point? Nothing's laying together, not gonna work. The whole family disowned me when I was 15. I'm sorry to hear that, Nova and Anna. I feel like this was the point of them playing together to get on. What are you having babies? Hey Rick, how are you? But see, this is the thing. Children are beautiful. But you have to understand when a child is created, because it's created from God and then sent to you, you have to find out who this child is. This could be part of your ancestor. This could be your great-great-grandmother. This could be your great-great-grandfather. This could be somebody that you met in the past. Like, there are so many. Hey, Annie, you don't know. So your job is to find out who this person is. But for some reason, when people have children, like, oh, this about me. It's not about you. It's not. Yes, you created. Yes, it has the cuteness of your face or how beautiful or how handsome, whatever the case may be. We get that part because obviously it's got your blood running through you. But you have to learn who this person is. It's not, and that's the one thing I always try to express to people. Stop making other people's story about you. When somebody tell you their story, you can hear what they're saying, but stop saying, well, this is how it goes. This is how the what goes. Where is you pulling this information from and throwing it on somebody else? That's not how life works. We're real people, we're not computers. Hey, I am London. Hey, V Doggy. And that's the thing about it. We don't give people a chance to find out who we are. We throw people into what we think they're supposed to be doing. And you know when you do this to people, guess what they do? They shut down. You tell a man in order to be a man, he has to shut up. So now he can't share his feelings. Because guess what he does? He start making up his own story. He start doing the thing. And you say, what's the matter with you? When he gets a female or a guy, whatever he's dating, what's the matter with you? The first thing he's going to say is, nothing. Because as a child, you already shut him down. Now you have to undo the brainwashing that's been done. If you have a gay child and you got people that's done told them that they were wrong or all that stuff like that, you know, because it's funny how people like to take the gay people and throw their Bibles on them. They do this to their children, throw their Bibles on them, and then they wonder why their children disappear, why I can't have it, why my child don't check up on you. And the thing is, you throw your Bible, I don't want to get too deep because you know I'm going to go. You throw your Bible on your children, and you never even got a chance to know your child. And I give hands up to the mothers that support their children because they realize this is another person. This is a part of me. I'm going to protect my child. This is my child. As long as and it's weird because children who go out and kill other children, the mother sitting in the courtroom supporting the child. Your child done killed children, and you in the courtroom. But you tell your child tells you that you're gay and stuff like that. Your mother throws you away like garbage. But here it is, you'll support a child that murdered people. And I understand maybe you don't like it and stuff like that, or maybe you kind of understand because your child does that. But the thing about it is, I feel as though if your child comes a certain way, you need to support your child. Now, when your child is a killer that goes out and kills, and you try to talk to your child just like a child that's on drugs, you try to get into their head and talk to them. But here it is, because killing is not right. But somebody saying they have a sexual preference, you don't know whether to say the XYs and all that stuff. They're already in their DNA. It's in their DNA. It's like your DNA said you like the opposite sex. Their DNA says they don't. Now you could force people into being straight. And that means I'm going to force you into DL lifestyle. That's why a lot of men are sneaking to be with other men. That's why a lot of females are sneaking to be with other females. Because if you can't accept me who I am, I'm going to sneak and do it. I'm a sneak. People know the DL life is bigger than the LGBT. I'm going to say that again. The DL life is bigger than LGBT. And people don't realize that. Did you see the video of the trans woman hacking a man in front of Tias Madison? Did you see the video of a trans woman hacking a man? And this is from Tias Madison. She did a video. I don't know what video is that they shot. Honey, you are right. The family who will love a cousin molested the family. They do. Men will sleep with men regardlessly. I mean, look at what happened to King James that wrote the Bible. Was gay wrong. And this the thing about it is, these are real people. They're going to do what they want to do. You can't stop people who do what they want to do. If you shame them, they're going to sneak and do it. They're going to sneak. That's why a lot of men who are forced to be with females, they beat women up like a dog. They have sex with everybody. They like to go to jail because they can feel free around a bunch of dudes. A lot of times men feel free in prison. Now, how is you as a man can feel free in prison? Because he don't have the backbone to fight back. Because he loves his mother. He loves his father. So the only way he could finally be what he wants, he's like, well, I can finally be me. And then maybe like, everybody keeps saying, why do you keep going to jail? He'd be like, oh, I just can't get it right. No, say what it is. You like men. It's like a female. The reason why she going to jail, because she want to be with a woman. And you done Bible whipped her that she feels as though she could finally be free inside of prison. That's why I told you, Deshaun, before. I love the ones who stand up and fight back. Because one thing about you, if you are gay and you surrender into your parents' dream, at that point you die. Now you live in their world and you're dying in their world. And now you're making plans and rules of getting married to somebody you really don't want, but you're trying to do the right thing. Now here it is. The body is showing up, but the spirit is not there. Then you're going to get tested. You're marrying a female. You really don't want her. You're in love with men, but everybody's going to have a fit if they find out. So now here it is. You marry a woman. Then all of a sudden, y'all get into an argument. You end up going outside. Then all of a sudden, you upset. You see a dude. Next you know, he comes over and y'all start talking, stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, at the blue sky, you found out he likes dudes. Then all of a sudden, he throws a pass at you. He got your legs up in the air. You feeling like Miss Woman USA. Now here it is. You go home, finally living your life, and then you come back home to your woman and you start a fight with her again. So you can go back to be with John. Same way females do. That's why I'll say again, parents can teach you how to hate yourself. They can teach you how to hate yourself so much that you are showing up to people with the body and the spirit is not there. Parents can teach you how to hate yourself. And when I say this is not a blanket statement, it's not all parents. Some parents love their children. Some parents love their children. Some parents will fight for theirs. But many parents won't. Many parents love society way more than they love their children. And in the same breath, them same parents become home. I can't stand this woman at my job. I can't stand. But you said you love them people. Hypocrites. It's a clip of a white transgender woman just walked into the store. I did that story, Deshaun. If you look at my YouTube, I did that video years ago. That's an old video. She was being messed with, and she went inside the store. She had an axe, and she started chopping them up. I did that story, Deshaun. It's on my page. That's an old story. I did that story years ago. Miss Maddie said that she covered that because people say she never covered violence. Yeah, I did that video years ago, Miss Ann. Her father loves her gay son. There's a video of it. The father said it's not with respect to him, the gay son. He had not expected his as a hug. A person who used to make fun of me, calling me a man, and beating me up very badly. They recently came out as trans, but I think I still do not like them. What do I do? Should I forgive the person? Hey, Anna. No, don't forgive her. Child, please. No. The old Raven would have said yes, but this one, no. Don't forget. Honey, when they show you all, believe them. That's why God... Anyway, no, don't forgive him. No. Don't forgive him. No. No. No, honey, no. In order for you to forgive somebody that did that stuff to you, child, no. I'm still going to say no. Keep them away from no. No. A snake is a snake. Because my thing is that she probably was jealous of you and the other reason. Like that thing says on TikTok, get somebody else to do it. No. Don't forgive nobody. Oof. Let me calm down because I already got. Remember, I used to say, practice ignore, because if you get upset, it means child. When I tell you I ate my words, thanks to my mother, child. No. Don't forget, when they show you who they are, believe them. Get them away from you. Don't have around you when you don't trust them. A snake is a snake. And I do believe in forgiveness. And if she she wants to be forgiven, tell her to cash app you. Tell her pay for it. Put some money in your account. If she want to be your friend, give her your cash app and tell her to put some money in there. Prove it to me. And she can't make that cash app pop, then she shouldn't be there. And don't give you no doggone $200 or $300. Make it pop. Pay for my forgiveness. Started with $500, and we'll start from there. And I realize, and once I take it and see how much you gave me, and then the following month I'm gonna check it again and see if you gave me, then I can work towards forgiveness. It's a paid understanding. But no. I wonder why T Matter got that same video just now. Child, because Raven used to do a lot of videos about us. I used to do a lot of videos about us when nobody else was doing it. And that's how come I became more popular, because I did stuff that nobody was doing. At once upon a time, I was deep in it. I was doing the murders. I was doing murders, 2 murders a week, 3 murders a week. Many of y'all already know, especially my day ones, they already know I was already doing it, even though I don't get no acknowledgement. But my day ones know who's doing the murders. My day ones know that they don't see them videos no more. My day ones know that people still get murdered, ain't nobody talking about it. My day ones know who was doing them stories, and ain't nobody talking about it, they still killing. They call me Chancellor. Hey, Chancellor. hymns. Amen. Thank you, Raven, for being strong. But hey, Anna, is it true though? Is that Kimberly? Hey, Kimberly, what's up, Mama? Yeah, yeah. I've been doing it for years, Deshaun. If you notice, nobody ain't taking. There's so many girls that's been killed, and nobody's saying nothing. I'm heading back there, y'all. Just keep praying for me. I'm heading back there. Just keep praying for me. I'm getting stronger. If you notice, I'm starting to move a little different. My strength is coming. It took me a while. April, May, June, July, August. Wait, um, it took me 2 years to get here. I'm heading back. I'm heading back. Don't worry, I'm heading back. Um, I'm gonna be doing these depths and stuff again too. Just keep praying for me like y'all been doing, and I'm heading back to try to put it out there. And I know I'm gonna get attacked because I'm always getting attacked, even I ain't child. I get attacked and everything now, but I don't even care. I'm sorry, man. Everybody hit the wrong show. What do you think of trans women on TikTok? I don't care. And I don't. This is the thing. I don't police people for what they're doing because you know what? It has nothing to do with me. Live your life. That's the thing. I try to make myself be aware of. Whatever somebody do has nothing to do with me. I'm on TikTok too. Let me see. I'll give you my TikTok, but I don't police people off of what they do because it has nothing to do with me. Live your life and be happy. That's me. I don't live my life with other people telling them that this is how it goes because that's not how it goes. Here's my TikTok page. Here's my TikTok. But I don't police people. I just watch people who do things and I watch it. I watch girls tell their story. I watch girls tell what they're going through. I watch girls. I if I feel like a girl is hurting, I will make a comment to try to make her not hurt. Whether she receive it or not, it's up to her. And when I say that, that don't mean the two spirit women. It means people in general. Because I live in a world with people, not just two spirit people, but men and women. And that's what I consider everybody. So my thing is I have a conversation. If I see somebody broken, I don't care what gender they are. If I can get something to help them move forward, I do it. I don't care what color, I don't care what race, I don't care. I'm going to say something to give you something that maybe help you. But I'm not going to come on there to attack you. But I did have a problem with one girl who said she had a problem with them sharing the fact that the guy that got murdered by the cops. She was like, I don't want to see that. I had a problem with that because my thing is you wouldn't have a problem if it was somebody in your family and you wanted justice. But all of a sudden, well, I don't want to see that because now you're so uppity because you think you must be cute. But then in the same breath, as somebody did your family, you want everybody to be upset. You want to be an uproar. Do you realize how many people that's been killed that nobody don't even know about? We ain't even talking about it. Can you imagine having somebody in your family that's been murdered and here it is you watch how they doing this with this person and they ain't talking about yours? Can you imagine how angry that person could possibly be? No, because they ain't happening to you. I lost another job, so everybody please keep me in your prayers. Of course, Kimberly, or send me positive energy. Of course, I'm getting back out there. No time, no time. You'll get there, Mama, Kimberly. You're a strong woman. Just stay focused and don't focus on the dark side. What do you think of people policing if you're trans or not, based on how much you're presenting? Um, to be honest with you, Ann, people gonna talk about you regardless. You're gonna it's just how it is. As long as you living in this world, people gonna talk about you. Happy birthday. My birthday's happy birthday, Kimberly. Excuse me, it wouldn't be a fit of my brother. But you ain't gonna stop that. People gonna talk about you till the day you die. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: be grateful that they're talking about you, because if they're talking about you doing something wrong, I mean, right? If they not talking about you doing something wrong, always let people talk, honey. Your ones that talk about you be your biggest fans. They're your biggest support. You may not like it, but trust me, they bring more awareness than you think. Put God first in heart. You right, Lamont. Hi, 8638. Now, I talk to everybody, but and I get people hit me up from prison, that hit me up and stuff. But this is my thing, and I'm talking about TikTok now. If you want me to give you $1, $5, whatever the case it be, when I come onto your life and you can't even acknowledge me, don't be hit me up, tell me to give you some money. And this one guy hits me up. He made another page so he can secretly hit me up behind the scenes. He was like, I need some money. He was like, I need you to send me some money. First of all, I don't know you. Second of all, whoever you've been sleeping with, go to them to get some money. You don't exempt your funds. And if that's the case you did, when you hit somebody up, honey, you better come with a humble pie. You better act really sweet, very nice. Give me some fake compliments. Like I love you. You're so beautiful. Give me those fake compliments because y'all legendary for that. You know how to give somebody a fake love. So if you're trying to get in my pockets, you better lie to me. Like they got a whole show with that, the love and lockup. The men know what to do. They lie to you to get your money. And they know somebody gonna believe it. The one thing a lot of men don't like is a strong woman. Because if she's strong, he know he ain't gonna be able to get over. I believe certain people but the person who used to beat me up and abuse me don't believe them to be true. Listen, if somebody put their hands on your child, and people will call you a man even after you gave them proven. They're gonna call you whatever they want anyway. People are gonna disrespect you anyway. I got people disrespecting me. The only thing about me is I don't care. I don't care. You're supposed to talk about. I got people hate me that's watching this video right now that I know watching and can't stand me, but I'm not bothered. And they watching and looking at me. Yeah, I'm talking. I can't stand you, Raven. Oh, okay. You don't bother me. That's your job. You got a job to do. You hate. But I know in this world we live in, your hate is going to consume you. Because a lot of things that people that have been doing things that's hateful, for some reason they been getting really sick. They been getting really sick. I ain't worried about it. I wish I had confidence, huh? You got confidence. Let me tell you how you get confidence. You stay away from negative people. You stay away from negative energy. You stay away from negative people who got the stuff say. You stay away from all that. You eliminate all the negativity, you become very confident. Stop making yourself available or asking people what do they think. Because you don't care what they think. People are so evil in this world. It is sad that the good people that don't even have children see other abusive children that are different than wish the ones that don't have kids. It's true. It's the ones that have kids. But it is the way the world works. Exactly. Keep moving right. Yeah. Because when negativity pops up, you don't have to make yourself available for it. That's why God gave you legs to walk away. If you can't walk, you crawl. If you can't crawl, get you some crutches. The worst of all is getting hated on by dusty folks you wouldn't trade with. And that happens a lot too. To Tootsie Roll. But don't, child, don't give exactly. Don't give these people life. A lot of times people say things to you just to see if they get a reaction. The same thing they did with the Aretha Franklin thing. They didn't believe it, but they put it out there to see what the reaction they would get. And it's stupid. You know it's stupid. I know it's stupid. But that's what they want. But I find it really funny how they pick up on stuff like that. I've been YouTubing for not look. When I say this, it's not that I want you to. I've been doing videos since 2000. I think 2006 or 2008. I've had jobs. Click and find me. Talk about people that's burned. I've had a lot of things that I've done that's positive, and the blogs never pick it up. They never. When I say this, blogs, if you out there, I ain't trying to. I don't want to. I don't want to be famous. I don't want you to pick mine up. You skip over me. Go to somebody. I don't want it because y'all do stuff in the belly of the beast. I'm not into destroying lives. I'm not into destroying people. Because a lot of times, what works is destroying people. What's not celebrating is somebody helping somebody. You try to help somebody, is not celebrating. You destroy everybody. You want to fight somebody, that's celebrating. Being on live is all about destroying, attacking people. They got a whole app that's going to pay you to destroy another person. Make it make sense. Now, if you showing this, and let's think about this, there are younger people watching this. They're going to feed off of that. If I could make money being mean to you, they're going to do it. You're being paid to be evil. I asked them to do a 360 and show me your credit before coming to me. Exactly, Ann. But that's the thing about this world. You know, it's sad, but where are we going to go? We ain't got nowhere else to go. We got to make it work, whether we like it or not. We have to make it work whether you like it or not. This light is giving me a mess. But we gotta make it work no matter what, child. I don't know. Hi the Who. Hey Tom. Hey T-Tom. T-Tom, could you come on here and talk to me on this? Because I want to talk to you about the deaths of okay. I want to talk about the deaths because I know you used to do them too. Maybe she'll come on. The Who. The Who, I think I accepted you. Go on live with The Who. Let me see if I get the T-Time. T-Time, are you still here, Ashley? I must have got slow. Ashley must have. Because Ashley used to do the depths too. Well, I hit. You sent the request to The Who. The Who, I said, come on, but you ain't coming on. You sent the request. You said you want to come on. Who wants to come on here? I was trying to get Tea Time Network, but I don't know if she's here. Anyway, the Valentine's is hard for me. Why? Oh my God, bingo is crazy. People arguing. Yeah, but they get money for that. What's bingo? That's bingo live. I think Memphis gave me bingo live. Hi, Moore. Anyway, I guess they don't want to come on. Mingo Live is when they pay you to act mean. They pay you to say mean things to each other. I don't know who invented that, but from what I was told, you could make good money. Now, when you're attacking somebody, whether it's personal or not, I don't know the outcome when y'all meet in person. China gave black community bingo. Okay, and okay. The Kiki Mashia Milan, she's a puppet from Florida. Okay, I don't know who that person is either. I don't know. Well, one of our girls, Leah Bad is in a movie that's coming out. So it's supposed to be in cinema. I think this summer coming out. So hopefully everybody support that. That should be very interesting. It's funny, I'll be wanting to show y'all, but I'm using my cell phone. Anyway, so we talked about the chickens. We talked about the fact that the chicken food is coming on. That link that you sent me, Deshaun, it wanted me to pay. I'm not paying to watch the movie. Um, but the girl you were talking about, you said was on T.S. Madison about getting chopped up. She went Deshaun. She went inside of the store, and it was a man there, and she brought in the axe, and she chopped them up. She took the axes over going into them, the man and the woman in the store. She got tired of people messing with her, and they said she has a mental disorder, which could be true or not, whatever. That's the thing I don't understand with a lot of stuff in this world. Why do people who bully people never think that they can be taken care of? I would never understand that in 1,000 years. You go out your way to destroy somebody, and you act like they can't return the favor. I never will understand it. Just like this guy at my job, he tried to start a fight with me, and he was like, first of all, he jumped into a conversation that had nothing to do with him. And then it was over a guy which he had to get the whole place closed down. And he was like, well, you know what? If you want to come back in, he just comes at me. So he wanted to attack me, which had nothing to do with him. And it was the whole big thing with the job that I was working at. He had a problem with me, and he didn't want to be around me. So when he finally realized what he tried to do, the whole company didn't embrace him. They actually embraced me. So he was like, well, I could come back and work around, Raven. But they said it's up to me to allow him to work with me because of what he did. So, because he had human resources, everything from him. And the weird thing is, this one guy, he was like, well, I don't understand why he can't come around to work with you. It's over with. Get over it. Now he's telling me to get over it. Had nothing to do with it. He's coming at me on the left. Just the second dude coming at me. They start a fight with me. Now they blaming me for starting a fight with me. I'm minding my business. I'm going to work my business. So you being attracted to me, that makes it a problem for you because you feel uncomfortable for me and my existence. And you're God Almighty, but not the one up here, but the one down there. And you want to tell me that I should be existing in places that you don't feel comfortable with, but you have a criminal record that's way beyond the hair in my head. But you want to let me know I can't exist in your presence because you have a God complex. So he was like, so he started freaking out and he was going crazy. And he was like, and I said, no disrespect, but it has nothing to do with you. He said, who do you think you're talking to? I said, well, I think you heard what I said. And he was like, oh. So they start holding. I said, why y'all holding them? You don't have to hold them. I'm not like the rest of these chicks out here that they sit back and start hiding their face. No, I come with hands too. And I come with strength. Since I've been alive, I've been in like 60 fist fights. I've been in 60 fights. I done fought. Raven his back. I don't sit back and cry and hide my face or make a run for it. Honey, I'm going in. So we're going to see who's going to win. I was like, let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Because with anybody who has fist fights and street fighting, we got techniques that everybody ain't ready for. Because we fight differently. We can get dirty to dirty. We get bloody to bloody. Anyway, but my thing is this. You have to be ready. Just because a picture may look a certain way, you really don't know what the caption really holds. And my thing is this. I always tell people to trend lightly. Especially those, what's them called? Them thug typers. Well, let me just tell you something. But in person, they like a little ladybug. And he wants to cross his leg and talk to you. Because in person, it's not a man there. But online, he's a strong king and stuff, and he's, beat the Trump. But in person, he's calling 911. And I always find it to be hilarious how these certain people got all this energy until they see you in person. Now, all of a sudden, they doubling down. Because they don't know who's coming with you. They don't know what's in your pocket. They don't know what's in your bra. They don't know what's in your pants. They don't know what's under your wig. They don't know. But now they're in front of you, they're playing a little bit more lower now. Okay, hey, Miss Raven, hey, Lila B, they overcompensate for that. Exactly, Ann. Go to YouTube, these men be talking about gay men and trans. But see, that's the thing about it. If you so much of a straight man, why do you worry about the gay community so much? If you so straight, why is the gay community bothering you so much? Because if you was a straight man, you'd be worried about your money, starting a family, starting a life, building a business. You wouldn't be all in the LGBTQ. You wouldn't be all trying to find, well, let me look over here. You wouldn't care. The only reason why it bothers you, because some of that is inside of you. And you feel like they're making fun of you when they show up. Yeah, but it bothers them because some of that inside, when somebody says certain things, it bothers them because that's what's in them. It only bothers you if it's a hit close to home. What that old saying go? The dog holler. What's the thing called? The dog holler. The dog holler something. A hit dog holler. A hit dog hollers because it hit close to home. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But if it bothers you because you feel like they're making fun of you, so now you mad and you want to redirect the conversation to somewhere else because you think, oh, I can't stand them. They make me sick. Why do they really make you sick? Child, I don't play Boosie, man. Boosie daughter just came out of this game. Child, I feel as though a lot of times when things bother you so bad because it's inside of you. It's inside of you. I watch people do a lot of things in life. It ain't inside of me. I ain't got nothing to say. But if it's inside of me, I got something to say because it's a tackle me. But it's not, if it ain't, they be all the reason why I'm on big O is to make money laws they want. But see, that's the thing about it. I don't participate in that because that's dark. That's dark energy. And if you celebrate dark energy, if it shows up, don't get upset. Darkness is easy for a spirit to travel in darkness because that's what you pull into you. You're dark, you pull in darkness. It's like going to church. If you go to church and you praise the God, you're praising the light. You pulling the light to you. If you praise dark things start coming into your world. So if you go after people trying to be mean to people, hurt people, that dark spirit is going to come into your world. And the more it comes in, you're going to start to find some type of way of dealing with it with different types of substance, whether it's drugs or whether it's liquor or whether it's weed. You try to find ways to deal with it because it's too difficult when it's a dark entity. They trans up in there. They have to take that and over. Yeah, but if you're a two-spirit woman, you should be able to handle many things. Even if you're a gay guy, you should be able to handle many things. I'm not saying that it's fair, but one thing I could tell you, you don't have to stick around. Because the more you soak it in, you letting it become your life. It's not your life. You leave. You don't have to soak that stuff in. Let people tell their story, but you ain't got to sit around. When people tell their story, I hear people say things about me. I don't care. I'm nothing but a nigga in a wig. I'm this, I'm that. I hear things. I don't care. In order for me to care, that means you matter to me. You don't matter to me. Do what you got to do, boo. That's your thing. The only reason why it bothers people so bad is because what I got, you got to get it for making fun of me or putting me down. Because other than that, nothing about you existing in this world matters. You know nobody's looking for you. Nobody cares about you. If you even die, there's only going to be a celebration, not a balloon release because you die. A balloon release because they're glad you're gone. And who wants a balloon release the fact that they happy you out this world? They glad you gone. They celebrating your death because you was nothing but pure evil. Hey, hey, Miss Maria. And then the funny thing, you push so much evil in this world, and then you hellbound, and then when you in hell burning, you wonder, well, you can't do a redo, boo. You don't get a redo when you burning in hell. You got what you deserve. If you're not doing nothing in this world to try to help people, then you're doing something wrong. If you can't help people, you can't help people. But if you want to take out time just to hurt people for your pleasure, you're doing demonic forces. You're doing demonic work. So when demonic things start coming into your life and people start coming around you, that's demonic because the devil gets demons. But the reality is that when you're around a bunch of demons, you can't trust nobody because you're all there to betray each other. That's what makes y'all demonic. When you're spiritual and you're nourishing people's souls, the people around you are going to try to find ways to build your spirit to make it even stronger spirit that pulls you toward the light, the positivity, that things that could come into your life that's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that is happening. Because those spirits have created a whole light force that got good things coming to your way, got energy happening your way. You got things out of nowhere that's happening so good because you created that type of energy. But if you hang around demonic forces and demonic energy, when all this bad stuff keep happening to you and everybody around you that support you get bad things, that's what you pull to you. It is what it is. It's not a mind scientist to figure it out. I know a junkie that sits up there and talk about people like a dog. And they got demonic forces around you. Their faces all burnt up and they look a mess. But that's what they do. And everybody around them that join them gets demonic things happen to them and their family until they wake up. Because once they wake up, they're like, yo, ever since I've been around you, so many bad things been happening to me, I got to leave you alone. They'll wake up, and you know what I'm talking about, they shot. They'll wake up, because when they croak, ain't nobody gonna be looking for them. It'll be a celebration of balloons. Hey, Easy. Hey, Debo. Hey, Sandal. Hey, Wanna King. Yeah, and that's the thing about it. When you throw bad out there and it comes back bad, it is what it is. And that's how this world works. Is it always positive? No. But you could try to do things to make it positive. You could do things to help people. I would feel more better knowing I helped somebody versus destroying somebody. That's what Anna said. Like Anna said, is Miss Moore in here? That's what Ann said. Forgive somebody. I'm like, don't forgive them, child. Don't. They got to pay you. Because you know what? It ain't worth it. Exactly. Tissy roll. Tissy roll. Let me see you. Tissy. It's the truth though. Mm-mm. I had to learn that the hard way. My old saying used to be, my old saying used to be, um, um, my old saying used to be positive vibes. What else to say before? Oh, God, I forget. I went back to the first way I used to say. Because our old saying used to say, I used to say, practice ignore. Practice ignore. That was my thing. I wanted you to practice ignore. I want you to do the kumbaya, my lord. Child, after my mother did what she did, I'm back to the old way. You do you. You do the best way you can. If nobody don't like it, then that's where I'm at now. Yeah, to know about carbonation. Child. You know one thing about me with my videos, I hate to say, I can't stand to watch them. I'm my worst critic. I can't stand them. Whenever I see one pop up, you're supposed to love yourself. And whatever flaws you got, you fix them. And love yourself. I'll be back. Oh God. Sit back down. Ah, I had to go get my ice. Anyway, so I believe in helping people. I can't help you financially, but I try to help the best I can. So I was trying to help this up and coming rapper. He may see this video. I'm not bothered. I don't care. So I try to promote his stuff. And everybody knows that sometimes when you on a phone, the phone drops. People, the calls drop. Anybody knows. He accused me of hanging up on him. Now here it is. You got somebody who's trying to promote your music, trying to help you with your career. You're not paying them. They're doing the condescending hard. The phone drops and you go off of them. His question to me, in case he's listening, was, when am I going to meet you and how old are you? And I said, you can ask me how old I am all you want. And that's fine. I mean, I'm going to answer you. So, right here. So, he was like, well, I don't understand why you can't tell me how old you are. So I said, well, and then the phone dropped. So I called them right back. I said, listen. He said, oh, so you hung up on me? No, I didn't hang up on. Well, then why, I find it really funny how when I ask you a question, you hang up on me. Am I missing something? I called you right back. I find it really funny you hang up on me after I ask you a question. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be low self-esteem. I'm supposed to just sit back and go, oh, please, 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 I don't be. Who are you talking to? Who is you talking to? First of all, you have nothing to offer me. And then you done send me pictures of you nude. I done seen your P-Bug. Child. And then you want to come and attack me? Are you serious right now? First of all, I sit up here, I'm helping you at the Condas Mar, and I'm glad that he did that, because I always feel like God be like, you doing it again, you trying to help somebody again, and you got to stop that. So when he attacking me, and so I'm like, yo, I didn't hang up on you. Phones drop. Phones, sometimes people the calls drop. You're going to tell me that I purposely hung up on you. And I'm like, if that was the case, I don't have to call you back. Because trust and believe, you can't beat me. You may try to beat me, but you can't beat me. And if I can't beat you fair, honey, trust me, I'll spend my whole life. Anyway, so I'm like, he's going off. Oh, I can't believe you hung up on me because I asked you how old you are. You know, this is some grimy stuff. I'm like, are you serious? I said the phone. Oh, what are you talking about? The phone dropped. The phone ain't just dropped. I asked you a question. I'm like, okay, are we dating? Are we thinking about being together? Are we thinking about a relationship? Are we talking about meeting up? Are we talking about starting a life together? No, I don't know you, sir. I'm a person that's pushing your stuff, trying to help you get your music out there, and you attacking me. You treat me like I'm somebody that's supposed to be dating you, that's trying to build with you, that's trying to go. I don't know you. There are not many people in this world that's going to do something for you. I got a whole bunch of stuff on Instagram. They got $15. If you want that, $20. How many followers you want? $30. How many? They showing you the numbers of followers you can get, but they show you the prices next to it. They let you know if you want this, you got to pay me. Here it is, me promoting your stuff, ain't asking you for no money, helping you, and you attack me for helping you. Because all of a sudden now we in this full blown relationship because you want to come over to my house because you want to hit it. You don't hit it here. And I'm like, yo, these girls got you messed up. You must really think that you that dude. You're not that dude. You're not. You're not. And when it comes to looks, I know fine when I see it, and it ain't you. Like, yo. So then this other guy hits me up. He wants to talk to me about I see, yo, listen, I can't talk right now because I'm kind of upset with what just went down. He said, well, let's talk about it. So part two, the devil and his mistress. So he comes on and he goes, well, what happened? I expected him. He said, well, maybe. He said, well, what was the thing? I said, well, I told him. He said, well, if y'all trying to be friends, why you can't tell him how old you are? I was like, okay. It's an old saying goes, you never ask a woman her age. Another thing, if a person don't want to tell you something, if you're a real person, you be like, oh, okay. But you're going to toxic masculinity, narcissistically try to muscle me into doing things your way. I was like, you really don't know who you're talking to, do you? I don't submit. First of all, I got Jurassic Park and I got hooked on fondest gorilla cookies. So I got the one that can make gorilla cookies with his face. I got a Bronx Zoo, two ugly men that's telling me I need to submit to them. I'm like, yo, are you serious? Y'all need to see a mirror and reposition your position because both of y'all is ugly. And then the second one, he's only like this damn tall, like Gary Coleman off the Different Strokes height, and he's got this toxic back there. And I'm like, yo. Then he wants to try to push his energy on me, a little tiny top from Toys R Us. And I'm like, are you serious right now? With the energy you giving, you should look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm ugly as hell. I need to show you respect because you're not bad looking. I ain't the best looking, but I look better than him. Matter of fact, a lot of dogs from Puppy Center look better than him. And my thing is this: you need to reposition your coming at me. He was like, well, I don't understand what the problem. If y'all trying to be friends, why you can't tell him that? I was like, yo, first of all, you a tiny top, and the little energy you got, it ain't here. So you go home and you get your little Toys R Us, you sit on the table and you ride it back and forwards, and you think of yourself, I gotta be better. I gotta be better. Because you're nothing but a tiny top without a diaper. I'm not the one you want. You too little with that energy. You're not even taller than females, but you give me this energy like you this tall, 6, 7, 9 feet tall guy. And I understand because you're short, you probably got the angry little man syndrome. We get that. But my thing is, it's all in delivery. You could be the shortest man in the world, but the nicest person in the world. But then you the shortest man, and then you ugly as hell. Your face is ugly because clearly your mother, father, you was a one night stand from a date. Probably your mother was out there prostituting, and she decided to have a baby with somebody, and she took the condom off and got you because you look like a mistake. And my thing is this: don't come at me because you mad at your parents because you coming out looking like a toddy tot. Deal with me with respect, as I gave you respect. Well, I don't understand what's your problem. I was like, yo, a tiny tot disrespect me though. Listen, when you finish growing, you come at me. Because I guarantee you, if you were standing in front of me, that energy would be different. And I'm so tired. I have nothing against short men. I have nothing against men, period. But my thing is, it's all in your delivery. If you come at me with disrespect, you're going to get it back. Who you show up as is who I will be for you. If you show up as a person that respect me, you're going to get the best respect me. If you show up as a person that can show me love, I can love you better than anybody else can. But you come at me like you this king, this God complex, I'm going to watch you. And I'm going to watch how you're going to try to get me to fold. I'm not going to fold for you. Because you mad. You little. You too little to have that energy. And now you feel as though since you little that you could talk to me like, yo, no. And to be honest, a lot of short men, not all, a lot of short men are pissed off because they feel like all the girls always want the tall men. They don't want, but that's fine. You go after each individual person and you attack them. Don't attack people that has nothing to do with what you're going through. Can you imagine if you attack people because your check wasn't right? Can you imagine if you attack people because your hair wasn't right? Can you imagine if you attack people off of things that didn't go right for you? That's not how this world works. If somebody disrespect you, then you have the right to go back and say something to them. But it has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't even be opening your mouth. So anyway, he's pissed off and stuff like that. And then he decides that he wants to have a conversation with somebody else while I'm sitting there talking to him. So I was like, yo, listen, if you want to talk I said, if you got to go, go. And in reality, I think he knew once I hung up with him, he knew that was it. There is a privilege to talk to me. I will cut you loose quick. So he decided that, he said, well, I could do two things at once. Not with me. It's a privilege to talk to me. Many people don't get to talk to me. I'm taking our time to talk to you. And I'm trying not to look at you and be mean to you, but I'm looking at you and I'm about to be really mean to you. And I'm looking at his energy and I'm like, he said, well, I'm back at you. Said, yo, do you feel like we got where we need to go? I said, because we have to agree to disagree. He said, okay, I'll deal with that. We agree to disagree. But my thing is this. This is the first time we ever talked. You brought this type of energy on with me. Where do you think we're going to go after this? Do you think we're going to be friends? Do you think we're going to talk now? Do you think we're going to become closer? Do you think we're about to rebuild the relationship? Where do you think this is going to go after we hang up? Where do you think it's going to go? That's like going to a job interview saying, y'all need to do better with this, with the food and the thing. And where y'all got these cuticles set up is not my liking. So you come in acting a certain type of way because you have this God complex and you feel as though somebody ought to submit to you. No. I don't even submit to the fine ass men that's tall. So why should I submit to the ugly ones? And I'm not saying, nobody picks the way they want to look, but you become very ugly on the outside when you ugly in the inside. And then the thing about it was, I got his pictures too. And I'm like, but for some reason, since 2021, well, 2022, 23, the ugly men think they're cute. And I believe that there is a shortage of men in the world, and they feel like they could pick whoever they want. I really believe that's where the God complex come from, because they feel like there are a shortage of men. Now I could do what I want because they ain't got nobody else to pick from, so they got to pick me. No, they don't. They don't have to pick you. It's like, well, I just closed the deal. Who cares? I just closed the deal or making some money. Who cares? You close the deal. Who cares? Now, if you come at me on positive energy and you would positive me, I just close the deal. It's like, okay, yo, keep going. Don't stop. But how do you expect somebody to greet you with love when you show them your butt? Nobody owes you nothing. They be real bold, Layla B. And the thing is, I be wanting to take a mirror and say, do you see what's in this mirror? Do you see what you look like? Do you think that the way you look, you should be more humble? You should be more humble. Like, you ugly as hell. You ugly on the outside, right, Tissy Roll? Like, you ugly on the outside and the inside. And I believe he's angry because he's little. He's a tidy tot. He's like the kind of dude that would come around and little kids will go around him thinking they met a friend. But they'll stand around and look at him because he's little. He's a tiny tot. And he's an angry tiny tot. But you could be the shortest person in the world. You could be the tallest person in the world. It's all in your delivery. You could be the most ugliest person in the world. You can be the most finest person in the world. It's all in your delivery. If you fine as hell and you talk to people like dirt, you now ugly. It don't matter to me. It's in your delivery. If you talk to me like dirt, all that looks and all it goes out the window. Not develop, it sounds like to me. I hate to hear that music. Right. If he comes around me, he's gotta put on a diaper. Exactly. He's little. He's a tiny tot. He's evil though. He is so evil. And I could pick him up. And it's funny because I had a conversation with another guy earlier. And when I tell you positive, this guy and I talked, everything about our conversation was so positive. He was such a nice guy that he gave me hope on greater things in this world. I talked to this man. This man made me feel like there's so many beautiful things in this world, Raven. That's out. When I got off the phone with him, my spirit was so full. It was so positive. And then I got Damien and the devil to come after him. And I'm like, okay. Now, the old Raven would have been like, I understand what you're going through. I'm sorry. That's how you feel. But the new Raven is like, that Raven is dead. Mm-mm. So when he was he said, well, you sound like you angry. I said, I didn't say one curse word. I'm not cursing at you. I'm not angry. I said, first of all, in order for me to get angry with you, that means you matter to me. You don't matter to me, love. You don't matter to me at all. I was like, are we finished with this conversation? Yeah. I said, okay, well, you take care. And I blocked him. Child. I just find it really funny when people hit you up with this God complex, like you're supposed to kiss their butt. And that goes to anybody. Exactly. If anybody hit y'all up, disrespecting y'all, the first thing I want y'all to keep in mind, it is a privilege to talk to you. I'm going to say this again. Anybody hit you up, giving you disrespect, I want you to say to yourself, it is a privilege to talk to you. And if they can't understand their privilege, get rid of them immediately. Because you don't have to talk to them. And when people feel like they could disrespect you, they shouldn't be around you. Okay. I see Instagram. Nobody. Hey, Mr. What's that? Mr. Ant, you got a new name, huh? Hey, Young. Hey, Moreno. Did you want to come on live, Miss Mar Ant? Get gut. But anyway, what time is it? And it's so funny. I don't never go to nobody and bother. I never go to nobody and bother nobody. But people will come and bother me. Ask him, are you shitty person? Are you a shitty person? That's the thing, Layla B. It's just crazy. It's 9:16. Okay. Thank you, love Kimberly. But child. Okay. Now we got that out the way. We talking about we talked about the chicken. We talked about the guy who got killed by the cops. We talked about people who feel like they can say what they want to you. Toxic masculinity, Miguel Gorellas, Tiny Tots. Um, let's talk about the what's this thing people doing? Um, that I don't like. People who make like I think they call them pranks. I don't know if they call it pranks, but I guess it's called a prank. They do these pranks, and I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with that. That's gonna become very dangerous. Cause it was a girl. She got stabbed up by her best friend. She stabbed up. I don't know if y'all heard about this story, but her best friend stabbed her up. And when she went outside in front of her friends and stuff, bleeding, they let her bleed, and she was on the ground bleeding, and they was waiting for her to say, "It's a prank." She was dying right in front of their eyes, and she told them to call the cops and everything. And they was looking at her, and they were waiting for her to say, "It's a prank." Now she's on the ground, literally dying. You could look it up. Let me see if I can get the name. Okay. Okay. Damn. Okay, this isn't good. I looked up girl stabbed by best friend, and y'all should see what I see. And they all white girls, which is weird. All of them are white girls stabbed by best friends, and I don't never see this stuff. And they all white girls. I've never seen this stuff in news. All these girls were stabbed by best friends, and they all white. They only show black people anyway, but they all white. Like I'm shocked because I don't. A New Jersey woman stabbed up to 120 times. I think this is her. I'm not even sure. A 16-year-old girl stabbed. I think this is her right here. Miami. I think this is her. Miami woman accused of stabbing roommate over missing phone. That's her. Okay. Okay, Miami woman was arrested on the weekend after she repeatedly stabbed one of the roommates, authorities says. This story has been reported as of January the 10th, 2023. Okay. A Miami woman is accused of stabbing a roommate over a missing cell phone. A Miami woman was arrested the weekend after reportedly stabbed one of her roommates. Authorities says the incident was reported on Saturday night on 5500 block of North West and 12th Court. According to the suspect arrest report, Abena, Lord these names, 20 years old, lives in the place according to with the girl and a man, and got into an argument with the woman after woman said the cell phone was missing. Police says that um, Huntington then, without warning, stabbed and grabbed the kitchen knife, and began stabbing the victim in the right into the body. The man, who was also also lives in the home, says the police that this left the apartment and stopped to speak with the neighbor, and he said loud screaming coming from the home. Police said that the man then quickly ran back to the apartment and found the victim bleeding and walking towards the front porch, where she collapsed. When the girl was standing there behind the victim, she began to flee the scenes, and the victim was transported to the hospital, undergo surgery, and went in custody. Okay, that's what this part said. But if you could find her live, she actually talked live, but actually what happened. So if you find her name, go live, and you'll find out everything that happened on her. Let me see. I'll give you her name. So just put that in YouTube, and here's her name. Y'all could Google search it. And when they did the interview with the girl who got stabbed, and she said a lot of stuff was not accurate. She said it wasn't over the cell phone. She also says that when she went and was out there, everybody was looking at her. They thought it was a prank. They thought that um they was waiting for her to say, it's a prank, but it wasn't a prank. And she was literally dying. She kept saying she didn't want to die. Um, it's an interview. Just put interview. You'll find it. Just put in YouTube, because YouTube, the girl did the interview. That girl right there is the name of the girl who allegedly stabbed her. 20 years old. Let me see if I can find the girl who got stabbed. Maybe if you put her name in it, maybe her name would be. I don't even see her name up there, because a lot of times they want to. Um. Okay. There was a girl. Read more. Child, get out of here with this mess. Let me see if I can find. They kill me how they want to force you. You want to force me to go to sign your website. Child, nobody want to join your website. Okay. Um. Now, what's today's date? Today is the 20. Today is the 28th. Okay, a trans woman became 2023 first victim of anti-trans violence. Her name is Jasmine Star Mack. A trans woman has been violently killed in Washington, D.C., according to the first person in the United States that fell victim to anti-trans violence this year. Jasmine Mack, who went by the name of Star, died on the 7th of January, age 36, following the stab wounds on the legs on 200 block on Galveston Street. Charlie's names. No arrest has been yet made, but the trans activist believes she was the first trans woman in the U.S. murder in 2023. Her sister family recalls her as previous as a wild anyway. Outfits. A 6'5" Winterspoon said that the sister wanted to be known, but not like this. Um, Winterspoon, who is nearly 200. Excuse me, Winterspoon, who nearly 20 years older than Star. Okay, that's something different. Nonprofit. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put her name down here. I'm gonna put this in the chat room. Y'all can look her up once we hang up. Her name is Jasmine Mack. Y'all can Google her name and you'll see her pictures and stuff because I don't want to put up here. So y'all can Google her name, look at her pictures and stuff. You can see what she looked like. Pretty black girl. She's supposed to be the first girl that got killed this year, 2023. And she was only, how old was she again? Her name was Jasmine Star Mack. Let me put this here. Y'all could Google her and get her name and stuff. Okay, and that story is reported on January the 16th. So that means she got killed allegedly within this week. Wait a minute. Marcus, let me see. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me see. Marcus MJ Jackson. Marquise MJ Jackson. A black transgender man was killed in Philadelphia. This story is reported on January the 27th, 2023. That means he got killed yesterday. Um, Let me put this in the bottom so y'all can check this out as well. Now, he got killed yesterday. He's a transgender man from Philadelphia. That story is being reported as of January 27th. Okay, let me read his thing. Marquise M.J. Jackson, a black transgender man, was killed in Philadelphia. Well, he was killed in December the 12th, 2022. His 33rd birthday, Marquis' death is least the 37th violence, of course, that was from 2022, violently killed a transgender person non-conforming on 2022. We at least, because of the orphan deaths, go unreported. Marquis' friend Sheree describes him as full of life and a person who would do parties started anywhere. He also said that Marquis loved everybody. He wasn't a person you can stay mad at. While we await details on Marcus' death, the fact that he was killed on his birthday showed the utter lack of respect that the society often treasured people, non-binary people. We must all commit ourselves to end the issue lead to epidemic of violence. Now that was being reported as of Philadelphia. That was the second person that was killed in Philadelphia allegedly. Um, at the state level, transgender and non-conforming in Pennsylvania are not protected by discrimination, employment, housing, education. Okay. Okay. And there you go. I gave y'all two people, a girl and a guy, two trans people that were murdered. And this, well, Marquise, the trans man, got killed last year, December the 17th, allegedly. And okay. Well, that's enough. I don't wanna keep talking about this. It's too much. Um Also RP to Cookie. Oh yes, Samantha James. Hey Wednesday. Yes, Samantha James. She transitioned and stuff. Rest in peace, Samantha James, aka Cookie Tookie. The sad part is with her, everybody knew she was gonna transition. She she that girl been left that body years ago. Only the strong can survive. And you have to be the type of person that you have to be the kind of person that love yourself and be selfish with it. And that's why I say anybody goes against you, you have to leave. Don't take on that energy. Because there are a lot of satanic forces in this world. People people don't want to see you happy. But they want to be happy, but they don't want to see you happy. Make it make sense. Did I drop my but mm-mm. Yeah, he was murdered on his birthday. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like a damn if you do that. But you know what? I was surprised. I was surprised to see so many white girls killed. I mean, stabbed up. I mean, come on, what is y'all doing? Hey, hi, honey, Gia, honey. Hey, Mixer. Hey, Denise. What is y'all doing? Y'all stabbing each other up. I don't get it. I really don't. What is so important that you got to take a knife out to stab somebody. Why don't you just go home? Go home. What is wrong with y'all? Well, not y'all. Y'all know what I mean. I mean, I don't know. Miss, I don't know. You must be speaking another language. Girl, I feel like everybody is about to collapse. Things are getting so bad, people don't even help each other. They sure don't. Child, if you about to die, they put the camera out in your face and they ain't even trying to help you. Well, we do got some positive news about okay. Here we go. Here's some positive news for everyone. A transgender businesswoman buys the Miss Universe pageant for $20 million. And Lord, these names. And Japakan. I ain't even gonna try to go to last name. The CEO of Thailand-based UJKN Global Group is the first woman of her own global beauty pageant organization. So she's a Chinese woman, and she bought the pageant. Okay, let me put her name down here. Y'all can look her up too. All you gotta do is swipe her name, and y'all can look her up too. Here's her name. She bought the pageant for $20 million. Now, I'm like, well, where do you get $20 million from? And girl, could you loan me a couple of dollars? $20 million. A global group and reality TV star in her home country where she represents the local versions of Project Runway and Shark Tank. She also helped establish a life-inspired transsexual foundation for nonprofit transgender rights group. She said her company, what Miss Universe brand, is a strong strategic additional to the portfolio. She seeks not only in the continued legacy providing a platform passionate individual for diverse backgrounds, cultures, and traditional, but also to evolve the brand to the next generation. She said in a press release, Miss Universe organization, which co-owned by founder President Donald Trump between 1996 and 2015, was brought by endeavors of IMG in 2015. The organization will continue to lead by the current CEO, Amy, as the president, and Paula. Okay. So I guess Donald Trump sold it to a child. Who knows? I know who don't have $20 million laying around the house. But that's a good thing. So she bought Miss Universe for $20 million. That's a good thing. I wish I could get $20 million. Hell, just give me $1,000. Cash at me $1,000. I got my cash at thing. Cash at me $1,000. I want to buy a car, child. Hey, Just and I'm ready to leave America. You said that before, Mama Rashawn. Girl, I feel like everything is about to collapse. Oh, you ain't never lied, Davo. There's so much stuff going on in this world. But you do know what I do notice? There is a lot of interracial relationships. They're starting to be on the rise. There are a lot of black women that are dating other. And that's on the rise. There are a lot of black women dating white men. Now, you know, Raven is an equal opportunity employer. I don't care about your skin. I just care about your man. It's a man. I don't care about your damn skin. But I noticed that a lot of black women are dating, and they're happy. And low key, you be like, well, damn. Now, I've dated white men, black men, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Jamaican, child, African, as long as they breathing. But I don't know. Did you hear about the new? What is that? And Lord, these new words are giving. Oh, COVID. No, I didn't hear about that. Okay. Child, a Portuguese guy. But see, that's the thing with me. I don't date race. I don't date skin. I date men. Cause the thing, just cause he white to me, he me. Just cause he black to me, you have to meet the man. You don't date his skin. You don't date his race. You have to meet him. Cause anybody in that race will tell you they all different. There is no computer generated. This gonna do. Everybody's different. So you have to get to know the man. Whether he's white, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Jamaican, Jewish, or Irish, you have to get to know him. I met a guy. He's actually a doll baby. I talk to him every day. He's a doll baby. In fact, I don't know. I don't want to say much, but he's a doll baby. This man is so positive. He makes me so happy because he is so positive. You know, TS Medicine posted about a man using a woman's restroom, claiming to be trans. That's going to keep going on forever Wednesday. And sometimes it won't even be a trans woman. It's going to be a mole for controversy. It's gonna poke the bear. They're gonna poke the bear. It's the same way when they decided to stop slavery. They're gonna poke the bear. They're gonna find people who really not that. They're gonna poke the bear. They're gonna do that. Let me rephrase that. I want to date a guy that speaks Portuguese. Okay. If you like it, I love it. I just think that give them all a chance. Give them all a chance. Let them show you who they are. Just don't say, you know what I mean? Just give them all a chance. Black, white, Portuguese, Haitian, Jamaican, Jewish, Irish. Give them all a chance. Until they teach you otherwise, then get rid of them. Other than that, hey, give them all a chance. From the short man to the tall, give them a chance. I dated shorter men. I date men. I'm 6 feet. I dated men 5 feet, 6'5'2". I dated little men, and some of them are really sweet, and some of them are, you know. But the height has nothing to do with it. But I'm an equal opportunity employer. I just want to meet his spirit. I don't care about the box that it come in. I care about what's inside that's making it positive or negative. Do you think he's the one? Yeah, gangbangs. You ever date a bottom? Absolutely, Ann. I date them all. I can't do much with them, Ann. I dated one. Raven, do you worry about your safety every time you leave your house? Absolutely. Everybody should. Are you in the area that you don't have to worry much? No, I worry every time I got to do a devil. I can't imagine the stress that even. but see, David, this is the thing about Raven. I never been accepted. So what everybody's walking into, I've been here. Like they're just walking through it. This has been my life for forever. Like you gotta give me love. You have to make me feel happy. You have to make me feel wanted in order for me to feel like I'm losing. But if you never give it to me, how am I gonna lose it? You always let me know I wasn't welcome. You always let me know what I wasn't like. You always let me know something's wrong with me. You pointed out everything about me that you could find about me that was bad, and you told me. You never told me nothing good. You only told me stuff bad. So what do I got to lose? You never celebrate the fact that God brought me here. But what you did do was let me know that I wasn't welcome. That's why I can do what I want. That's why I can walk around like this. Because you already told me I'm never gonna be welcome. And guess what I decided to do? I decided to join you and don't try to be welcome. You funny, Kimberly. But I had no choice. It's not like I can't get beat up. It's not like that. The only thing is with me, I had to fight because I had nobody to help me. In the beginning, I wouldn't fight back. The fact of me put my hands on somebody, I would bust out in tears. I could never imagine me hitting somebody. I would cry and people would beat me up because I couldn't, my heart just didn't move that way. I would put my hands over my face. You could kick me in the face, kick me in the matter of fact, this girl kicked me in the mouth. My mouth was bleeding. I couldn't imagine me hitting somebody. I couldn't do it. But when this little man right here died, and that girl told me she was glad he was dead, and my father told me he was glad he was dead, it was the switch I needed. After that, I started beating the shit out of everybody. I got suspended. I was going to work. I was bringing weapons, and when I bought my weapons, I used them. I was beating people up. I was really out of control. And that was rage from being beat on for years. And when it released, I got jumped by a guy and a girl. I beat them both up. They went and got the cops on me. I beat them up. They jumped me and I beat them up at the same time. And that's from being beat on. I would never hit nobody back. And when people find out that you won't fight back, you're a target. So I would run. They would catch me. They beat the hell out of me. I couldn't imagine me hitting somebody. And then when people try to make me fight, I would start crying. My aunt told me, she said, you got to stop crying. You cry all the time because you was trying to make me fight. That's not me. They was like, you never going to fight, are you? I was like, no. I guess they was like, well, you better enjoy your ass movies because you got a lot of them coming. And everybody, when the girls found out I wouldn't fight, when the guy, everybody beat me up. I knew I was going to get beat up. I got beat up a lot. I got jumped a lot. They would hold me and beat me. They would hold me by my hair. They would hold me and beat me. They would beat me. I wouldn't fight. All I would do is cry. I could not fight back. It hurt. Remember that girl in Mexico? That was me. I wouldn't fight back. I just couldn't imagine me hitting somebody. And I would start crying. And they kept saying, why do you cry all the time? I couldn't do that. But baby, like they say, if you kick a dog long enough, he'll bite you. Child, I go to work on them now. You can hit me in the face. You could punch me in the face. You could kick me in the face. You could bite me. You could do it. Honey, I keep going. I keep going because I was trained to stop crying. So now when somebody hits me, I don't cry. I take the punches. I take the blows. I don't care if I see bright lights. I know I have something to do. And one of us have to win. And that's by any means necessary. So by any means necessary, I have to win this fight. That's why when that girl that she did me, that 600-pound two-spirit woman, when she came at me, I had to win. And she went and got the cops. Because I went to work. She had so much blood on her. Now, remind you, that's not the person I was. That's the person this world created. They created that person. I started fighting everybody. It didn't matter. I started carrying weapons. And when I carry weapons, I don't go like I'm going to hit you. When I pull it out, you already go, oh, and I'm on top of you and I'm coming in. I'm not the one. I see people pull out stuff and he's like, I'm going to hit you. That ain't me. I already gonna hit you. You already on the ground. I done took my hand to twist your head. I'm hitting. I'm not the one. But I wasn't that person. This is who they created. They created this. And that's why when people say certain things to me, well, you know this, and I don't say nothing because I know what I do. I know who they created. That's not what I do. And they're like, you know what? That's why I don't read people, Well, let me tell you something. I don't do all that. I don't do that. I'll let you do that. Because I know if I respond, I'm not going to respond with a read. I'm going to swing. And I know who's going to hit first. I know who's going to be me. Do you feel about the dog that got shot its owner? The dog? Did you hear about the dog? Wait. Did you hear about the dog that shot? What dog shot its owner? Tootsie Roll. My mommy beat me. It made me not want to fight anyone because her temper was so bad. Davo, I'm sorry you went through that. My mother used to beat me too. My mother used to beat me to learn. My mother had a hook that would slap me the whole side of my face. You go, whoosh. It's not funny. My mother would hit me on the face and go, shh. That's how she taught me how to learn. My father beat me up when my brother died. He told me to get out of his house. He was like, you're going to be gay. And if you're going to be gay, you better change your name. He said, I'm glad your brother did. And I started crying. He said, look at you crying like a girl. He said, matter of fact, get your stuff and get out my house. Get out my house. So I got in his car. I went upstairs and got my stuff. I packed it. And I left. When I got to the train station, he was right there waiting for me. He said, oh, so you think you grown, you could just leave. Now remind you, he just kicked me out. Now he says, I left because I want to leave. So he caught me. I told this story like 1,000 times. He told my little brothers to take the suitcase. No, he took the suitcase and put it in the back of the trunk, slammed the door down. You know how people mad. But my father is a felon, like a criminal killer type of dude, like the kind that's crazy. So he took me. I think I wore about a good 60 pounds the most because I was still in elementary school. And he lifted me on top of the car. He said, bam. So he lifted me, slammed me on top of the car. And then he snatched me in. He throws me into the car. I hit the side of the back thing. He told my little brother, now remind you, everybody's underage. Nobody's in high school, all the elementary school. So he tells my younger brother, this stepbrother, he tells them to, he's driving the car. He jumps out. He says, I can't drive. So he tells them to drive the car. Now they all little. We're little now. We ain't told we little. And then he takes them, he says, just down the road. So he jumps in the back seat. My father's built. My father got muscles like Mr. T. So I was short then. So he takes his knees, he pinned him on my arms like this, and he says, bam, bam. All I saw was bright lights. So he kicked me out and he beat me up for leaving. So after he beat me up, he wouldn't let me go outside. It's not funny. He wouldn't let me go outside because he didn't want anybody to see what he did. And then I had to stay in the house. Girl, that isn't crazy. Some of the shit we've been through. It's exactly Davo. Well, I'm sorry. It's okay, Kimberly. I'm over it. Yes, I've heard about the student who broke the teacher's leg, 6-year-old. Wait a minute. I heard about the student who broke her teacher's leg at 6 years old. Shot. Oh, wow, Wednesday. Wow. I'm not surprised, girl. Isn't crazy? Yes. Raven, did you see the documentary on YouTube about trans women? Moosey. Who's that? Who recently passed away? She was no. Who is that? Ivana Maria. I never. I guess I better put it. Oh yeah, I did see the documentary about her. I saw her before she died, though. No, I didn't see the documentary. I saw her before she died. I saw her before she died, Maria. And the thing about it was, she had a very strange relationship. She also was a drug user, and she also had a man, and they both were escorts. And when I first heard the story, she was still alive, and she was being interviewed on YouTube by this guy, and she had a boyfriend, everything with escorts, stuff like that. And she would fight back too. She would fight back too. But the thing about her was, I think I don't know if they both were HIV positive, but I think that she was yeah, she would fight. But I think that I don't know how she died. I think she may have died of OD. How did she die, Maria? I'm not sure. How she died? Did she die from OD or did she die from AIDS? I don't know. I didn't. Oh, when I saw the video about her, her husband was saying, "Oh, liver failure." Okay, her husband. I didn't see the last video I saw of her. The guy who used to interview them, he started crying. He was like, "I can't believe she's dead." He was crying, and I feel like they were drug users because her husband didn't seem like it registered, like it didn't register yet. Yeah, it didn't register yet. And I felt bad. I was like, damn, even she got a man. But I can have a man too, but I ain't, girl. The media keep talking about trans pronouns and visibility. Nobody's talking about the abuse of folks do, homophobe child and child. They don't care. I think she had HIV, but never talking about, excuse me. And that's the thing about it. But she was a fighter. Well, I feel like if you're going to be a two-spirit woman, being a fighter is part of your DNA. You may not like it, you may not want to do it, but baby, it's got to be part of you. You can walk away from situations, but in situations become that you can't walk away, then you better act like a fool. And don't be trying to be all fair fighting, honey. Act like a fool. Show up and act like a fool. I mean, everything that can be moved, you use it. And you bust. Anyway, I don't condone violence, but I do condone protecting yourself when somebody trying to hurt you. It is what it is. And the thing about it is there's so many beautiful girls out here that's been attacked and stuff. It's horrible. It is what it is. But you don't know I can't stop it. You can't stop it. But at the end of the day, don't be a part of the victim world. Be a part of the success world. Child, worst kind of worst, you get 80 years in jail, child, for manslaughter. But my thing is this, they can't bring you back once you dead. It is what it is. And the thing that gets me upset is you have a problem with me existing that has nothing to do with you. So by me walking down the street, it pisses you off. It has nothing to do with you. Then when I retaliate and then I end up killing you, he got your family. Oh my God, you didn't have to do that. What? Child. Okay. Where they going? So get over it. Oh well. Are you still off on? Yeah, and I ain't taking care out. I got my blood pressure is too high. I don't take them because you do know what you do know what hormones you get blood clots, right? You do know. I know I haven't been on them in a long time. I've been stopped taking them in because I got high blood pressure, and the fact that I feel like I'm about to die anytime. I'm like, you know what, whatever. But I got high blood pressure and hormones, which people don't talk about. You have to get checked by a doctor because they could give you cancer. Nobody gets checked by the doctor for cancer. Let's talk about that for a minute. Give me 1 second. Let me go pee. Let's talk about the doctors and the treatment on the girls. This is something we really need to talk about. I talked about this before, but I'm gonna bring it to your attention again because it's something that we're not talking about. Now, let me go to the bathroom. Yeah. Oh, somebody still in here. Mm. Hey, Jake. Let me get my stuff. Child, you gotta take everything in. Okay, here we go. Lord Jesus. I don't want. I left the light on. You know it's funny. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's talk about the fact of the hormones. Let's talk about that. I went into, let me tell you something. So I went into the kitchen and I found the top to my wine. I thought I lost it anyway. So I come to find out I dropped some ice on my shirt. Excuse me, some ice on my shirt. So the ice was falling off me. Um, it wouldn't be a video if I wasn't blowing my nose. So excuse me. Okay. I ain't never called a man. Okay. Are you off hormones? Are you back on? No, I'm not on them. You look softer than usual. Oh, thank you, Ann. No, I have high blood pressure, so I only take estrogens. No, I don't take them. My hormones make me feel very crazy. Me too. Well, then again, Raven ain't got it upstairs anyway, so it ain't hard for me to be crazy. Ain't never called me a man. I ain't never called a man so many times in my life when I begin on hormones. I want to see about them on small doses of testosterone after your levels drop. Okay. Well, let me tell y'all about hormones and stuff. The thing about hormones that we don't talk about is the doctor's visits. The doctor visits. Are we all here? Let's talk about the doctor's office and hormones. Now, I don't know, but it's something we need to really think about here. Now, we know how our bodies are orchestrated, with the DNA, and we hear it all the time, which you already know. Okay. When we go to the doctors have to treat you as if you are a biological, not a biological female, but a biological. That means that they have to test things like the finger inside your butt to test your prostate and check your glands. They have to check things with different things as if they would check a male's body. And the one thing I realized, Cis being on this side of the fence, they don't do that. They give you hormones. They find out, do you feel softer? It's a lot more than just that. You have to test me for cancer now. You have to test my breast to see if I get cancer from the hormones, because the hormones that we're taking, in my opinion, are the hormones they get the biological females, and they give it to them. But a lot of them don't want to take it. So what they did is they pass it down to us. We're taking it because we feel more soft and more beautiful. And the thing about it is, it's giving you cancer. Not all of them, but a lot of it does happen in blood clots. Blood clots. And they don't tell us everything. They do tell you to take B12. I don't know if the girls are taking B12. They also tell you to take an aspirin to make sure you don't get blood clots. And a lot of girls, I never hear girls saying they take a B12. I never hear the girls saying they take an aspirin every day for blood clots. This is medicine. And it can affect your body differently. Every girl get affected differently. So how many girls up here take an aspirin every day? How many of y'all take an aspirin every day? Like one little pill. Take an aspirin every day. How many of y'all take one aspirin every day with your hormone? To make sure you don't get a blood clot. How many of y'all, it's got quiet, maybe it's moving slow. How many of y'all take an aspirin? It must be moving slow. Highlight the ring of mentorship. That's why I'm not out here fighting these bills for us, not no more. Exactly. They have our these low women. And for what reason? Yeah. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, just Timmy. And the thing about it is, we have to take medicine. We're taking medicine, but we have to take more than we think. We're just taking a pill, but we also have to think about the side effects. We know that hormones have side effects. Well, anything has side effects. Even when you eat food, everything has a side effect, but you have to cover your butt. And when your testosterone blockers, they warn you eating potassium like bananas. Oh no, I'm not taking this. Yeah, but it's yeah, but you don't want no blood clot, Kimberly. And see, this is the thing. A blood clot can make you have a heart attack, mama. Don't play with your health for no look. This is your health. So I mean, you can do what you want, but this is your health. And the one thing you don't want to fail is your health, and you looking for somebody to help you. Because we already know when you looking for somebody to help you, girl, you have to be careful. Because people don't have the problem abandoning you when you need them the most. So all imagine putting your body through that stress and you have health. Yeah. But that's the thing about it, Tootsie Roll, because the thing about it is you taking your body and changing it. I mean, you have to really sit back on what you're doing. Yes, I'm saying, like, you're taking your body from one gender into the other. You changing everything. You changing the DNA. You changing everything. So by you doing that, you have to monitor what you're doing. You just can't go, oh, girl, I'm going to. You have to realize that is medicine. Medicine is to do things. You just can't say, I just want to eat it so I can be beautiful. You have to understand. It's the same thing when you have sex in the back. When you're having sex in the back, your organs are in the inside because it's being protected by your skin. Now, you got other things coming inside, rupturing your bladder, your globe, your urine. What is it? Your liver, your urine, bladder, all this stuff coming in and hitting you. Now, remind you, everything's supposed to be going out. So something's coming in, hitting you because of a sexual feeling that feels good to you. It's messing up your organs. So if you get ruptured and you have something really big and it's punching you, you have somebody go inside, you go, oof, because it's hitting your glands. It's hitting things that should be hit. Your glands is in your body because it's protected by your skin. So when you sticking stuff in it, you go, oof, you're hitting your glands. Keep that in mind when you like, oh no, take your time. It's your glands are saying, yo, what are you doing? Who's this? Your glands are like, yo, who's this? And you like, go get some more lube, child. You be walking around in the diaper. And he be like, yo, and he'll laugh about it. She wear a diaper because of me. Say, you dogged her. Yeah, dog. That's not good. A man don't mind dogging you in the bed. So he can laugh about you, his friend. Raven, what do you think about the 9/11 attack? I was down there. I was down there when it happened, Nova. I used to be there every Friday. And when it happened, I had a job interview. I was supposed to be in there, but I didn't get hired. That was a nightmare. I was in that building when the Twin Towers, and I told them that this building is going to fall. They said the building is not going to fall because the buildings are made to sway. I said, child, please, who you think you're talking to? I'm not stupid. If a tooth is loose and you hit it, it'll come out your mouth. But they told me that those Twin Towers are not going to fall. Then they tried to say what was dynamite in the, but no, it wasn't no dynamite. Them things was loose. It wouldn't take nothing for them to fall. I'm sitting in the building doing this. That building was doing just like this. Come on now. That's why the terrorists went and knocked it down. It was already loose. I mean, but they went to the extreme, but, you know, God bless the dead, though. And the sad part is, they try to go down the stairs. Let me tell you something. You could never go down them stairs. And they tried to jump out the window. Child, it's a nightmare. Let me tell you something. At the World Trade Center, when you go to the, I think the 80th floor or I think it was 100 and something floor. It was 100 floor. Then you walk down the hallway and you go all the way up high. I think it was go to 200 floor. When you look out the window, this is what people look like. People look like this. This is how big people look from the window. Now you imagine jumping out of a window, thinking if you're gonna break your fall, if you relax your body, child. All my friend heard was they would just hit the floor like those were they did the movie. The movie did to it. That was exactly the sound that the bodies made when they jumped off the Twin Towers. Yeah, it was planned. They was trying to. Of course, it was planned, sweetie. They was attacking the United States. And the sad part about it is, we're gonna have another one. So be ready. It's gonna be something else coming. Don't you think it's over? Just like somebody said, Davo, you still here? Davo say he feel like something is coming. He can feel in his spirit, and so can I, and so can all of us. You can feel something coming. We just don't know what it is. We feel like we're sitting ducks for something that's going to happen. We just don't know how it's going to happen. But we all feel it. Our spirits don't lie. Don't everybody feel like something is going to happen really bad? Don't y'all feel it? I know y'all do. People are dying admitted. Exactly. How are you, British Walk Sprat and Charles? Yeah. People can feel hey do it all. And people could feel something coming. We all feel something. We just don't know what it is. But none of us feel none of us feel safe, you know. Are you sure you want to stop your live? Then why did it go back to? Oh, yeah, and well, the one plane fought back and stuff, but that's a horrible thing because I remember on YouTube they said that the terrorists came first time. No, honey, they were already out. They here now. If you don't think the terrorists, they here now in America. They just spread it out. They already. Let me tell you something. When somebody is going to attack, they're already in place. We just don't know where they at. We just don't know when it's going to happen. My doctor told me you don't need to avoid eating anything, and I got a new child, girl. I don't know, Miss Ann. These doctors, I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out how can a terrorist, girl, they all over the same way you got killers here in the United States. It's this is the thing I be trying to say. There is no rules. These are real people. Real people do what they want to do. It's no rules to people in this world. That's not how this world works. That's why it's a case by case basis, right, Kimberly? Like you have to individually find out people how they move because they're all different. Matter of fact, we're all different, but you have to find out where they at mentally. We're not computers. We're real people. Everybody moves differently, and that's the thing about it. We may not like it, but whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen. People gonna say what they want. You may not like it, but they're gonna do what they want. This is how the world is. I don't like a lot of things. I don't like the fact that I'm still single. I don't like the fact that I'm broke. I don't like the fact that I don't have a man to get in my bed and do his business. Get in my bed and do your business, mister. I want a nice man with funky armpits and pissy drawers laying in my bed. But I ain't gonna get that. Because got all these damn tiny tots running around here. Let me stop. I also worry about something going to happen big. Exactly, Kimberly. Okay. I know you spiritual, mama. I know y'all all spiritual. Y'all can feel it. We're not, we're not blind to it. We may not like it. But what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we really gonna do? I don't know what to do. But people still making babies. People also acting like nothing happened. Let me tell you something. I was outside. I realized there are so many new people coming into this world. When I say new people, I'm talking about young kids. And they are so old. It's funny. They're so old. They are old. So I believe, in my opinion, these old people that's done died has come back. And they in young bodies. It's like a refresh course. Have you ever talked to a young person as if they're an adult and watch how they talk to you? And you say certain things, and they be like, what are you talking about? They're going to come at you on some elderly stuff inside of a body of a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. They can be like, what are you talking about? And they're going to question your behavior and remind you they only been in this earth for 3 years. And they can have a full-blown conversation with you and look at you like you crazy and also tell you stuff about you and it be right. Child. Those young people are your ancestors. They just got a new body and a new start. So when you come at them and they don't want to listen because they got to do it all over again. So their whole energy is going to be different. And you looking at them that they just got here because it's in a young body. But the reality is they've been here. If you ever hear people have babies, they'll say, "You've been here before because you're doing too much. It's impossible. My baby's talking and ain't even 1 year yet." And the reality is it's been going on. People, personally, I feel I do want to be a part of the religion promote killing. Wait a minute. Personally, I feel I do not want to be a part of. Oh God, Nova, please don't start this stuff about them damn church people. Girl, you just won't let these Bible swinging whores go. Child. I just, anyway. I just wish you loved yourself enough that you didn't take commentary for anybody else's judgment of yourself. Love yourself enough. And when I say love yourself enough, that means the part that you get upset with, the part that makes you mad, the part that you said something which you didn't say, the part that you get up on and find everything about you bad. Love yourself enough to accept everything about you that you don't like. Love yourself enough to say, it's going to be okay. Love yourself enough to say, I need my time alone. Love yourself enough to say, I can't watch this video. I can't deal with that issue. Love yourself enough to say, I don't have to be available for people when my spirit is broken. Love yourself enough to say, I'm going to be okay. I am who God created, and I'm going to make it work. I'm not going to make this person or this person views of me matter. I'm going to make everything about myself matter because I'm not killing anybody. I'm not murdering anybody. I'm just trying to figure my life out to make myself happy. Love yourself enough to invest in getting yourself better. Love yourself enough to invest in your mistakes, in your falls, and when you fall and make mistakes and when you fall. It doesn't matter, like it's an old saying, it may sound cliche. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. And the thing about it is, as long as you take a chance in life, things are going to fail. You just don't take it personal. You just say, oh, okay, well, I was on the wrong track, so I got to go change it over. You don't say, well, I guess I better give out. Oh, I was on the wrong spot. So that fell. Let me go here. Oh, it fell here. Go here. Oh, okay. You keep going. You keep going. Because when it fell, that means that's the way you're supposed to be. When it fails, oh, I got to go here then. Oh, okay. Let me go over here then. You keep going. You don't go, you know what? I've had enough. I'm done. I don't even want to live no more. I'm over it. That's not how it goes. You just go, oh, okay. If you have to, make it into a game. Make it into a fun game. It's like, oh, okay, this is we doing it then. Okay, let's do this. And make it, you have to, it's all in the delivery that you decide within your mind, how you want to deal with it. In life, there's going to be things that go, it's not going to go the way you want. You just don't let it fall. And Tootsie Roll, right. You don't let it fall. You don't let it fall. And when people don't support you and don't love you, accept that. If a person don't love you, accept that. Okay, you don't love me. That's not what I wanted, but I can accept it. Now, what I need to do for me is move forward. And everything right here with you is now finished. I'm not going to sit here and try to get you to understand where I come from. I'm not going to sit here to try to let you understand. I'm moving forward. Because if you have the same thing that's inside of me, inside of you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But the fact that we're having this conversation is God letting me know that I'm not supposed to be with you or around you. Because what you got is not from what my world got. the demonic forces that's inside of you, and I have to move myself away from you because what you got coming for you is only for you. And God will get mad at me for sticking around what you got coming for you to come to you. So you had to tell me something to hurt me so I can move. And I'm going to move out your way. I'm not going to wish no ill will. I wish you could come with me, but you got your views and your ways, and you have to go to your journey. It has nothing to do with me. But I'm going to move forward than myself. Raven, I made it to the time. Hey, Genor, the night where I'm the lowest. I'm at my lowest, but fighting, but care my life, regardless of what everyone thinks. Hey, Genor, exactly. You ain't supposed to. First of all, if you was born a leader, you're not supposed to be looking back. When you a leader, you only supposed to be going forward. Lead. When you care about society, you looking back. If God made you the way you are, you're not supposed to be looking back. You're supposed to be pushing forward. And everything about you is supposed to be pushing forward, supposed to be something positive to help you. And the more positive you put out there, God's going to throw somebody else in front of you that's more positive, and you're going to keep bouncing around and keep going up and up and up and up and up and up. But if you hang around satanic people, the devil worshippers and all this other stuff, and you're like, why does bad stuff keep happening to me? Because you're around people that you're supposed to not be there. Hey, Miss Doja. So you're around people you're not supposed to be around. You may not like it, but reality, if it's keep happening bad, you better start interviewing people that's around you because some of them ain't supposed to be there. I learned that the hard way. And I think sometimes we want the greater good from people. Like we try to find the good. No, we ain't doing that anymore. Compliments to my mother, we ain't doing that anymore. If you show me you are, you won. If you show me who you are, you won. I'm out. I'm out. I can accept you, but I'm not going to stick around for you. I'm not going to sit there and try to get you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm going to receive what you gave me. But in the same breath, I'm going to see that's the end. We done. We done. Now the old Raven be like, you know what? I'm going to give you a chance. No, this new Raven, I don't give a, I don't care. If I hurt your feelings, oh well. I'm done. I'm done. I see you. I see you. And like the old saying goes, the truth hurts. But to be honest with you, a lot of times things that's happened to you, it's been going on all the time. In my personal opinion, I feel like God kept saying, you just don't want to listen, do you? Because I feel like that's the message I got. You just don't want to listen. I done had to do this to you. They did that to you. They did that to you. But you don't want to listen. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make them tell you. And then when they tell you, be like, well, wow. Why you going wow? I did all this stuff in front of you. You still went. I had them to tell you. I had to make them get rid of you because you wouldn't leave. Because you looking for the greater good and something that was never supposed to be good for you. A lot of people in life you're going to leave you really love, but they never loved you at all. They told you they love you because they want to hold you there. But reality is that they never loved you. There's a lot of people going to say, girl, I love you. Child, they never loved you. Alone time builds character. Inner peace is pricing. They don't like it when you put your foot down. Exactly. Right, Miss Doja. I'm with the new Raven. Hey, Kimberly. You know what, Miss Kimberly? I got my butt kicked. That's why. Because I kept saying, they don't mean it. They don't mean it. Like, nah. I kept saying it. I just didn't believe people really. I just felt like they had a hard way to go. I was like, you know what? They've been through stuff. They don't mean it. And I believed it. I really did. I just didn't believe people meant what they said to me when they said what they said. I didn't believe them. I was their lawyer against me. But baby, compliments to my mother and what she did to me, baby, honey, anybody can get it. You can get it. I will act like a fool. You can get it. I will never look at people the same way I did. That's where I messed up. I always wanted community child, but my life seemed very less stressful because before I grew up around white kids because my dad looked down on my peers, but sadly, the worst ones always came my way. I'm with you. Peace, long. Then wisdom said they love me. I'm over. Exactly. Because you know what it is, Lord, you want to be loved so bad. And sometimes you'll take it from anybody, even though you know they ain't no good. But the fact of the matter is that they loved you. So you'll close your eyes to everything about them that's bad, accept everything else. And you know they do things you like, because you just want that love. Like it's just a love. But after a while, you be like, you know what? I'm gonna love myself, and if I can't love myself, then I don't need it. If I want to have sex, I have sex with myself. I rather it's only gonna take a few minutes and I'm done. I don't gotta worry no diseases or nobody cheating on me, nobody trying to beat me up, nobody trying to rob me, all this stuff. I'm done. I ain't got to worry about going to sleep while you looking through my pocketbook. I don't worry about STDs. I don't worry about you trying to give you some money to help you get up on your feet and get you on your feet so you could leave me. I'm done. So everything I want, because that's the thing about it. And the thing that gets me with the men now is like, what do you bring to take? So once upon a time when a man got a woman, he was like, I'm gonna prove you, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna make you happy, I'm gonna do, but now it's like, what do you, so now the women and men are equal. So you looking at the females like dudes. Yo, if I'm doing this for you, why can't you? So what you want a woman for? And most of the time, I hate to say this, but the women are the one with the money. She's paying for everything. She's sliding the money to you under the table because she don't want you to feel less than. You ain't got no money. You broke as hell, but your sex game is crazy. You good in the bed. You do stuff that she wouldn't even allow us. She wouldn't even do to you because you nasty. You a freak. And you know what he doing? He's not having sex with you. He having sex with that wallet in your pocket. And he'll do anything to get there. And we start watching after his sexual performance, he watches reward. If he find you getting up in the morning fixing bacon, eggs, and grits, he's like, oh, I did good. If you find the next day he wakes up, you don't bought a little outfit, he's going to go to work again. He's going to keep going to work. And after a while, you be like, oh my God, he is so good. And he's so good to me. It's not the fact that he's good to you. He knows how to work you. He done turned you to a little freak. Now he got you so sexually turned out that you don't even see nothing else. And then the first thing that makes you wake up, your friends be like, girl, where he work at? Girl, he work. He got a good job. No, daggone well, he ain't working. You're going to defend him. And then you'll come home to him and be like, girl, she asking me where you work. You know, she all up in my business. That's why I can't stand. Now you trying to defend the girl that's trying to get you together, make sure what you got is a homosexual, like Kimberly just said, but it bothers you because it's the truth. It hurts. Because if without him, you have nobody. But reality is that you never needed him. And the thing is, even though he in your life, you still have nobody. You just being played. It's a hurting thing to find out that you love somebody more than love you. It's also a hurting thing when you go out and buy a man flowers, he don't buy you flowers. It's a hurting thing when you get the wake up call. It's a hurting thing when you keep seeing stuff. And the reason why I say it hurt is because you're seeing it and you don't want to see it. You rather have the lie. The lie feels better than the truth. I'm a witness to that. I used to buy guys flowers, and I thought if I bought guys flowers, he would buy me flowers. They would go, oh, this is nice. They ain't buy me no flowers. They buy me nothing. I was always treated, when I went out to eat, I know who was paying for it. They go outside and wait. Tell me what you want. But see, me as a person, I never had a problem spending my money on somebody I love. But for him, he looked at me like a dum-dum. He was like, this bitch, I got you whooped. You didn't have me whooped. I just thought you loved me because I dealt with you through my heart. You dealt with me through the sexual, but I dealt with you through my heart, and I dealt with you. And let's be clear. A lot of men know what women want. They're not stupid. They heard it over and over and over. He hears it from every woman in the world. He hears it from every man in the world. He hears it all over. Every time he turn around, all he keep hearing is he want, whether it's a man or woman, whatever the case may be, you want a person that's faithful, that's gonna come home, have some food, um, cook for you, give you some money, help pay bills. He already knows. He already knows what you want. You want to get your hair and nails done. He already know. He heard it already. But the new men is saying they want to know what the women brings to the table. These new men want to know what you're going to do for him. These new men don't even take you out to dinner. These new men say, why don't you go and fix, hey Gia, why don't you fix some food and we can eat in the house? I don't believe chivalry is there because there's good people out here. And I always say that we always have to keep in mind, everybody ain't bad. There's some good people out here. Everybody ain't bad. Because if that's the case, everybody on here would be bad. Everybody's not bad. But it's like a store. If it have good stuff in it and it's in the wrong location, ain't nobody gonna know how great it is. It is what it is. You know, and I gave up on a lot of things, and you may not like it, but okay. My mom is African, and like me, other African women, she believes love is silly and foolish in her commodity and study. But see, she's only speaking from a place of hurt. But see, your mother's story is her story. Don't make her story about you. Her story is her story. You also don't know who she was as a little girl. You don't know how she moved as a little girl. You don't know what she did as a little girl. Because one thing about a mother, she ain't going to tell you everything. She going to tell you what she wants you to know. And whatever she don't want you to know ain't none of your business. And if you ask her too many questions, you're going to get slapped in your face. Because now you're getting too personal. You're not staying in the child's place. A mother's not going to tell you everything. She going to tell you what she wants you to know. The same thing you're going to do with your mother. You want her to know. You don't tell your mother, girl, I got this man in the bed, I'm doing this and that. You ain't gonna tell your mother that. You're gonna tell your mother what you want to know. You ain't gonna tell your mother everything. You not. You don't know if your mother's loose and giving up that, but you don't know. She ain't gonna tell you. She's gonna paint a light about herself. You're gonna think she walked with a Bible and she walked with holy water. You'll never know the woman she was before you was born. I would never know the mother I had before I was born. You're not gonna know that. The ones it's not funny. The ones around her gonna know. They the ones that's gonna tell you the tea. But if you love your mother, you ain't gonna want to hear it. You ain't gonna hear it. Because one thing we don't like is somebody talking about our mother. We may not get along with our mother. We may not like them. But we damn don't want nobody else talking about them. Some mothers are jealous of their daughters. Some mothers compete with their daughters. Some mothers wait for their daughters to bring them in home and see if she can take them. It is what it is. You making me want cranberry juice. Tootsie Roll. This is not this is cranberry wine, honey. Mothers live. This is a glass of wine. And I found some Mad Dog 2020. And I poured it in. It was an old bottle. I found an old bottle Mad Dog 2020. So I put it in with the wine and I mixed it with a little dash of Pepsi. And this is the reason why we're trying to tell y'all. Your parents are real people. Everybody has a past. They ain't gonna tell you everything. They're gonna tell you what they want you to know. That's how it is. You ain't gotta like it, but it is what it is. But there's some parents that don't care. There's some parents that's on drugs. You get them where they at. I mean, it's what it is. I thought it was Kool-Aid. Now I'm going. No, child, G. You know your sister mother's live, honey. I had me a drink. No, you know, what is what it is. It's weird because it was funny because I was talking to someone else. I was saying, we were talking about. Let's talk about some real deep. We're gonna get really deep now. Let's talk about transitioning. Let's talk about going from one spot to another spot. Let's talk about going from gay to a woman or gay to a man. That means transitioning to a woman or transitioning to a man. The thing about it is, a lot of times, women who've been with women think the same women they meet is like the women they were with when you transition to a trans man. When you transition from a man to a woman, you feel like the men you met before is like the men you meet now. And that's not true. You present a man's image into a woman, so she sees a woman. When you present a woman's image into a man, he sees a woman. And reality is, for some reason, the disconnect is you put them all together, and that's not how it goes. So a lot of times people feel as though I can't have a relationship with you because you put me in this spot. But reality is, you have to understand the mindset. You're taking on a female who loves men, and she has to adjust herself to dealing with you on this whole nother level as you present yourself. She can love you, but it's always going to sit there of your first day one before the transition. Just like a two-spirit woman. He could love her, but he's always going to think about her day one. So even though they could do things, unless you're the dominant one in the relationship, it's always going to be there. People can't undo what they know unless they just don't care. Sadly, her craziness stories is crazy diarrhea to excuse. She was late to the class. She never got to live being pressured to marry my dad at 16. But then ratchet mothers, my grandmother takes the cake. Yeah, but see, this is the thing, Genore. Everybody has a story. And that's the only thing I always saying. Don't make somebody's story about you. Because it's not about you. Your parents got their own story. The next person, it's not, well, my parents did this. That's not how it works. You can't live and be your parents' model. You're going to be able to be you. And that's the thing about people that, well, my grandma did this, so that's not how it goes. You're a real person with your own views and your own goals and your own dreams and what God is stored in you. You're gonna go that way, whether you like it or not. You could be resistant and say, I don't want to do it. But when God finishes with you, you're gonna do exactly what He set you down here to do. And you could act all, well, I'm gonna do this. And the man above gonna watch you say, okay, we're gonna watch what happens. And then you know, like, well, I don't understand. Yeah, well, because you're doing what you want. I told you, well, I sent you down here to be gay. If I sent you down here to be two-spirit, if I sent you down here, I'm gonna make you do what I want to do. As long as you're not hurt nobody, Now, if you helping, and let's be clear, I don't know the rules. Because first of all, I'm not God. I don't set the whole plan out like I mapped it out. I'm sitting here at the engineering team. I'm not. I only do what I could do. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. I fall down more than most. I go to everybody for information because I don't know a lot of things. And that's the one thing about me. I'm never going to not learn because I'm always going to ask people questions. Because people may have been through things that they could pull you through that you don't know. Everybody can help somebody, but it's all in your delivery. If you come at people disrespectful, they ain't going to help you. If you come at people with a genuine heart, they're like, oh, okay. As long as it's a good person. Now, because sometimes you come to people with a genuine heart and they be jealous of you. Because jealousy is the root of all evil. You could be the nicest person in the world, and jealous person will come along and they'll take you a whole nother path, and you all have to do is walk to the next door. You was right there. They say, girl, come on. They take you somewhere. You was right there. So that's why they say choose your friends wisely, and your biggest enemy be the one sitting right next to you and you don't even know it. Like they did that girl in Mexico. Hey Kevin, hey Seven, hey John, hey Cheech. And it's sad though, because we don't have to do these things to each other, but people are gonna do what they want to do. We can't control people. But what we can control is what we allow in our spirit. If it don't feel right, just leave. Because if you argue with people, it's because you want to be right. I don't argue with nobody. If you remember, you're right. Now, if I sit back and argue, I have to look at myself and jump in myself face saying, why are you doing that? Because you want them to do things your way, so you argue with them. They can still, if they feel what they feel, just because you say what you feel, don't mean they got to follow your rules. They don't have to follow you. They don't have to do things because you said this is how it go. They ain't got to do nothing. So if you have a problem with it, you just leave. And I promise you, you'll feel better. You ain't take no negativity, no bad words, no arguments, no nothing, because you gone. You're already gone. You're already gone. So anything they could have said you hurt your feelings, you're already gone. They can say what they want. You're not available. And people going to talk about you anyway. So I got somebody, what they showing at? I got somebody still making videos about me, lying on me. It's 2023. But that's his job. And the reason why I don't get upset, because God let me know, don't say too much, because the devil is always watching. And I get it. And I appreciate the person who comes after me. I appreciate it because he lets me know to watch my back. I'm not mad. I know it's set in place for a reason. I just want you to know that everybody who's smiling in your face is not your friend. I don't get mad. It's just a reminder. And when things pop up and I see it, I say, okay, well, he's a reminder for me. I don't even get mad about that. I just go, okay, but just God let me know. Don't get too comfortable because everybody around you is not your friend. And when that person pops up and says certain thing, it's just a reminder. I don't get mad at him. He want me to get mad though. But it's actually helping me. Hey, I'm falling asleep. I'm gonna tell you, okay, Miss Kimberly. I had a great this. All right, Mama. Have a nice sleep. What time is it anyway? You go to sleep like me. But you go to sleep like me. Because I go to sleep early. I want to go to a club, but I don't feel safe going to clubs. I don't feel safe at all. It's so funny because I want to go to a club and stuff and hang out. I don't feel safe. And if I meet a man, I don't know. I just don't feel safe. Everybody's on drugs. Not everybody, but you know. When my T is low, when my T is too low, I feel like I can't breathe. Okay. Well, you can breathe, sweetie. Last couple of years, his soldiers getting a little extra bold. Random try to press their way and like they know me. Exactly. But that's how you gotta do people. The smartest person is the person that plays dumb. And I can play it best. Well, I don't really do it too much now, but I used to. I used to. But by reality, it just bothers me. But I learned how to let people be people and mind my business. I'm gone. I don't judge people because everybody comes with a past and their own testimony and their own documenting. I can't jump on you to tell you how I think your life to go, because I ain't been in your life since day one. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know how you eat. I don't know how you struggle. So you're only telling me what you've been through. It's not about me. It's about being a listening ear. And that's the one thing I don't like. But other people like, well, so and so did it. Well, that person and that person, two different people. Yeah, well, no, then I can't deal with you because you feel like people are robots. These are real people with real stories. It's not robots. They're not robots. They're real. They got mothers and father issues. They got children issues, job issues, abandonment issues, skin issues, height issues. They all got their own story. But you can't tell them this is how things go according to you. That's not how life goes. They only could do things according to them. Now, if they come to you and say, listen, this is what I'm having a problem with, how could you help me pull me through that? And at that point, you and that person together would try to find an outlet to get them to the next spot. Not you tell them, you and that person together, because you need information for them to help you to help them. You just can't say this is how it go because you're taking experiences off of someone else and put it on that person, and that's not how it goes. It has to be done with that person only, with you, and that person there with the situation can help you help them because they're going to tell you what they're going through, and at some points you could point out to them and say, well, at this point, what happened to you there? It's going to make them think. And the more you make them think, it's pulling them out the hole. It's like, you know what? I could have did this differently. I could have did that differently. They didn't know. They was in survival mode. And when people is in survival mode, they're going to do what they got to do. That's why I say stop making your story about other people. It has nothing to do with you. It's their story. Let them tell it. And let them talk to you if they want to, ask you to help pull them away. And when you do that, your delivery has to be with love and care. Don't come at them with all this negativity and coming to them all hard, like you're disciplining them, because they're already coming at you from a broken spot. I feel, because I've talked to a lot of people. Trust me, and it's. I mean, I love everybody I talk to. I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes, but sometimes, to be honest with y'all, for real, people be calling my phone. I'm like, yo, I'm asleep. Like, I'm really tired. And I've got to a point where I be so sleepy that my phone ringing. I don't know if you ever went through this. My phone is ringing and I hear it ringing and I'm sleeping. But I get it. Like, I'll call you right back, but I be really tired. And many times people talk to me, I fall asleep on the phone. I don't want to hang up with you, but I be so tired. Like, I be really tired. And I'm trying to help you get to the next level to I be really tired. It's not funny. And I will fall asleep. My goal is to have the conversation with you, but when my body says, you out, I wake up and I be like, yo, listen, I didn't, and I found myself apologizing. I was like, I'm sorry. I fell asleep. But I don't think people understand that they're not, number one, and this is the problem I have. People don't want to talk to me for like 30 minutes. They want to talk to me like 4 and 5 hours. I be tired. And I stay with them and I talk to them and stuff, and I be really tired. And then another person's waiting to talk to me, and it's another 4 hours. And I'm like, oh. And I'm a wing it. I'm a wing it. I'm gonna try my best, and and sometimes I've told people, which I feel really bad, I'd be like, yo, listen, I'm really tired. And they'd be like, oh, so you want to talk to me though? But it's not that. Like, I'm really tired. Like, I think a lot of times people think that I only talk to one. And most of y'all behind the scenes, y'all know I'll be talking to y'all behind the scenes. But a lot of times I think people think that I just talk to one person. And First of all, Raven don't know it all. And second of all, I try to do the best, like January would say. I'm trying to do the best with what I got. But I be really tired. And some of y'all are really cool with me because y'all kind of understand without me saying anything. The only time I ever have a problem is when it's a person who feels entitled that I'm supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to do nothing. And just like I was helping do with his music, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm doing something out the kindness of my heart, and you talking to me like a dog, and you don't even feel bad. So, and it's a good thing because they're removed out my life. Okay. No, I feel I can late the sun, but this lift me up a little, and I get them. You don't run to people that's it's just yeah, it's just, yeah. That's the thing about it. Whenever you talk to anybody, a couple of years, okay. No, I feel I came a little late, but this lift me up a little, and then you don't run to people that are interested in that. Oh, thank you. But the thing is, like, the only problem I have with people is when somebody tells their story and you cut them off and say, well, let me tell you how I do it. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. Because whatever that person went through, you didn't go through. That's not how it goes. You have to come to them and talk to them and say, and break it down. What happened to you? And when did this happen? And when it happened, what happened then? You have to break it down and come with them, not with no overbearing. Talk to them with a lot of love. I know it sounds corny, but I mean, they'll feel it. They can feel your love. They also can feel when they're being attacked. And you be like, yo, listen, this is what you do, and somebody did like Miss You Genore, like we said with your mom. I was like I broke it down. I was like, listen, your mother been through stuff. She been through this, but that's not your story. Now she could tell you how she feel, but that's still not your story. You see how the delivery was? I didn't go like start attacking your mother. Well, she's this and she's that, and she needs to do this, and she needs to learn how to do this. That's not what I said. What I did was I gave you understanding that she was a real person, that she moved through her life her way, that made things work for her way, and you got a better understanding how she moved. It wasn't an attack on her. It wasn't make her feel bad. It wasn't make you feel bad for your mom. It was like, oh, okay, this is her story. This is how she moved. It has nothing to do with me. I can move differently because I understand how she moved. I can separate my feelings, my goals in my life, and moving forward with my life to do things because it has nothing to do with her. She's telling me her story. I'm gonna hear her story, but it has nothing to do with me. I hear her story. It has nothing to do with my growth and things I want in life, how I need to see men, how I need to see jobs. I have to understand where she's coming from for her story. But now let me rewrite my story with my name on the book and let me go forward with that. There's nothing wrong with going to your mother to get information, how you feel about certain things, but you also have to keep in mind that she's coming from a place of what she's been through. And if it don't feel right, you're already gonna go, okay. Okay, wait, look at my glass. I keep taking them. You made a good point. I mean, I see what this shows up in my life. Yeah, the thing, because first of all, you young, and the thing is, just because something happened to someone else, don't mean that's your story. That's not your story. Because what's coming to you is for you. It's not for no one else. It's just set for you. Now, someone goes to this, well, girl, this is how I do it. But that's how you do it from what you've been through. That's ain't got to do with you. Right. It still has nothing to do with you. And the thing is, you are your own person. You have your own story. You have things you've been through. You have things you like. You have things you didn't like. You have colors you didn't like. You have hairstyles you didn't like. Everything that you're creating is the tree that forms you, the tree of life. That's you. That tree of life that's been formed of you is not about that girl right there. It's not about that dude right there. This is all you. So you can't go there and say, well, girl, this is how I do it. Because that's not you. You know what they've been through. You know, their childhood, their mother might have beat them. You don't know that. But they're going to come at you in that energy and they're going to tell you things from their point of view of what they've been through. But it's had nothing to do with you. Because what may not didn't work for them, you may walk straight through the door and didn't have no problem. You may walk straight through a lot of things with no problem. You may watch people like, why y'all struggling? It's not a struggle for me because that's set for you. That's how it's lined up for you. That's why I don't like when people tell their story and say, well, this is how everybody else do it. Why you can't do it like everybody else? What you think you special? And that's not how life is. We all are special. We're all are different. We're all set here different. We all didn't come here holding hands together. We all didn't come here saying, well, we're going to sing Kumbaya. Everybody is an individual with a different story. You have to respect people's story. And when you cut them off and say, this is how it goes, that's not how it works. We're not computers. We are real people with real stories and real testimony and real documentaries and real stories if you'll listen to us tell it and not make it about you. I say that a lot because I watch people do that a lot. They will take somebody's story and make it about them. Well, that's how I did it. So was I there when you was little? Was I there when your diapers was changed? Was I there when your father picked you up? Was I there when... No, I wasn't. So why would your story be about me when I wasn't there? That's my opinion. You know, I just feel like you need to hear people's story, and if they say they want to help, if they say not because you want to push, if they say, "Tell me what I need to do," you need to let that person tell you what they've been through, and y'all talk through it. Don't cut them off and make the story about you because it ain't about you. It's not. Anyway, y'all don't watch me talk. You know, Raven's about to cut out. When I give you that anyway, you know, Raven, I'm about to leave. Anything anybody else want to talk about? Because Raven's about to go. There goes the light. What does it say? Hi, everybody on Instagram 7. Raven's about to go. So y'all have a blessed day. And thank you for watching. And Raven over YouTube. I was hoping so I could get somebody on Instagram to come up here, but they didn't want to come. So anyway, Raven over on YouTube. Let me put it here. Raven over on YouTube. Okay, can I pin it? Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm just realizing how to do that. I really don't be on. I wonder if I show this to y'all, but it's not going to show y'all. Can I show this? Okay. It's just showing y'all behind me. Okay. So if anybody wants to come on Instagram, let me know. I'm about to sign off though. So if you want to come on live. All right. All right. Well, good night, everybody on Instagram. Why am I trying to type knowing I'm blind? I don't know about y'all, but I'm hungry. I want me a submarine sandwich. There we go. Here's my Instagram. What? Well, excuse me. Well, it must have been too long because they put an X on it. Photos can't be posted. What photos? I didn't take a photo. Damar Hamlin speaks out the first time a video having cardiac arrest. Oh, okay. This is so stupid. Photos can't be posted. We're sorry, but there were problems posting your photos. It wasn't even a photo. Child, girl, bye. Anyway, they told me my photos can't be posted. Who took a photo? Child, let me talk to this guy. So TikTok got this new thing going on that you take somebody who died and then you put this thing like these birds and them death. To be honest with y'all, TikTok can be so depressing to me. Sometimes on TikTok, I'm like, you know what? This thing that just killed my mood. I feel depressed. I don't need to go online to get depressed. This ain't it. Hey Gia. Hey Miss Doja. I'm glad you're back positive. I'm trying, Miss Doja. You always exactly. You live in world. That's true. You ever read the Bible, Raven? Absolutely not. Ain't nothing there for me. Only thing is that anyway. Can't avoid. I don't understand. My love, what are you talking about? Lord, all these babies in my inbox. You know what? I want a submarine sandwich. I want a sub sandwich so much. I met this one guy and he told me, I ain't gonna say nothing, never mind. Because these men be oversharing me and I ain't gonna. Anyway, I'm about to read, what's that? I'm about to read about some Mayan. Child, y'all go right ahead. I ain't reading nothing. I ain't reading nothing about no Bible. Because I don't believe you wrote it. I believe it's been written down and written over, child, please. I don't believe none of that mess. I still don't believe that somebody was nailed to a cross and y'all keep trying to say he wanted to die, child, please. I still don't believe that. I love me a Blimpie. Who is Lord?
This is better. The better?
I'm hungry though. I want to eat me some Chinese food. The only reason why I don't eat it is because they talk about some cutting up cats and dogs and stuff, child. Who is this? All these people on my list. You know what I hate when I add somebody on my list and all their pictures is sex. A good old, ooh, this look good. Ooh, this look good. That's shrimps. Oh, I think that's lobster tail. Oh, I think that's lobsters. A good old soul food recipes. Oh, moving out of LA, a full story recap. Check out my YouTube channel. Drop it in to say thanks for being a sweetheart. You brought a smile on my face. These guys are so funny. These guys are so funny. You be trying to hit on somebody else, and you realize that anyway, it's hilarious. Anyway, I want some blippies. Oof, me too. The Bible is the Bible is a beautiful book. Just don't take it what it is. It's just a great story. Yeah, listen, I ain't knocking nothing nobody into. That's what you like it. If you like it, I love it. Just contact me when you finish reading it. Because I'll be at Blimpie's getting something to eat. But you know what I don't like about the internet now? How you supposed to card men? Because a lot of these men be 6'7", 6'8", and they be only 16 and 15 years old. They be young. They be tall, but they be young. And some of them got beards and mustache, and of course you use that fake deep voice. How you supposed to card guys that's old enough? Because you know they're going to lie and say they're old. They're not going to tell you the truth. How you supposed to card guys online? How are we going to fix that problem? How do you card guys who lie about the age? I just said we live in what you world. Okay. Well, in that world you live in, could you pick me up some lobster tail? Could you pick me up some lobster tail? Anyway, let me go. I'm being greedy. I want to go off. Anyway. And it's so funny. Everybody hits me up. It's like, I like you. You're very beautiful. I always fell in love with a she-male. I said, a what? Ain't nothing wrong with books, mama. Listen, I will sit with you as you read the books. Across from you, I'll be eating a blimpie sandwich with a big old milk. Well, I can't have a milkshake. A blimpie sandwich with a Burger King fish sandwich and a milkshake. And some french fries with a side order of White Castle hamburgers. Probably like 10 boxes of White Castle hamburger because I like to eat them and think. So I'll be eating 10 boxes of White Castle's hamburger, a fish sandwich, and a Burger King Whopper, and also a lobster tails. I'll be eating that too as I sit and talk to you. and a salad and a blimpie sandwich. Greedy. You already know. I'll be sitting like, go ahead on, keep talking. I'll be like, keep talking, girl. Child. Oh, wait, Tizzy Roll and a diet soda. Child. And a diet soda. What did it say? That's predict. Wait a minute, I can't. My eyes are getting bad, y'all. I'm even getting. That's a perfect order. Oof. Yes, Miss Doja. Ah, that's what I like to do. When I was working in New York, I would bring spaghetti and meatballs. I would put it spaghetti meatball in a big, and in this bread, I have a whole entree of food, nice to lay over. And I would eat the food and go. I miss those spaghetti meatballs in there. They have big meatballs, and I would come home and eat them. Oh, oof. I wish I could find a man that liked to eat. But anyway. Anyway. Sounds like good would be. Oof. I just, I got some chicken. I don't know. I just like it, but I just, I don't know. I don't, cancel that. I like a man stuff. I don't care. I don't even think a man even brought me no food. They don't even bring me food. I guess they're trying to bring me the disease instead. I don't even know. But I know one thing. This new thing called herpes is starting to be on the rise. I'm hearing people have herpes. I was like, damn. Just when I thought it was safe to get in the water, y'all talking about some damn herpes. The Chinese restaurant, they don't even put as much. Once upon a time, Chinese food used to give you so much food that you had leftovers. Child, they took that Chinese food and got an ice cream scoop and dumped the whole thing to my some $10. Where the rest of the food at? Before it be so big, it fall over, child. That thing is all the way to the middle of the plate. Where is the rest of the food? Oh. Anyway, thank you all for coming on the live. I'll be talking to most of y'all behind the scenes anyway, like I always do. And groceries are you? They show is. Did you see the eggs things I posted, Miss Soldier? Um yeah, Mister, did you see the egg thing I posted, Miss Soldier? About the eggs. They've been putting stuff in the food so the eggs couldn't. That's crazy. And you know what's the sad part about it, Miss Doja? We already know something's going on. It ain't like we don't know. We just can't find. We just don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like we're sitting ducks for something that's really big that's gonna happen, and I don't like it. But obviously, it doesn't matter. Don't forget, super gonna wait a minute. Gia said what? Wait, Gia said, don't forget super gonorrhea. I never heard of that one, Gia. Hmm. I'm starting to think if you want to live longer, you better start going to the toy store and pick up your little piece. Because, honey, the way people passing that stuff around here, I remember what pork, fries, rice. Yeah, they charge a lot. They don't even give you a lot of food no more. That pandemic did something. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I really don't. But one thing I did was I went to Burger King and I got a hamburger, and that hamburger was so good. I was like, oh my God. They had a fish sandwich and a hamburger, a Whopper, a milkshake and a french fry for $6.99. So when I went back again, it was like, it's over with. I was like, man, I'm always showing up late. Anyway, I love you all. Raven's about to go. Thank you for coming on the live. And thank you for spending time with me. Like Miss Doja said, I'm slowly coming around. I'm trying to come back. I also did the deaths about the trans man and the trans woman. I'm going to start back doing the deaths, y'all. I think I'm mentally almost stable. I pray I could get a job where I could just, But anyway, I'm leaving it in God's hands. Is the I wish God anyway. Is the more we live in the third world country of coronavirus, right, Miss Gia? Do you think America is going into I don't know, Nova. The Whopper is a spirit. Oh, yes, Miss Noja. Yeah, we can take antibiotics. Yes, Miss Gia. I remember pork fried rice. Oh, yes. I like that. David loves the pig, honey. Anyway, I love you all. Good night. Be safe. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Not that it's gonna matter. But I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna fix something to eat and I'm gonna go to sleep. All right.